Okay, so this is the base, and over in the corner over there, we have ourselves a couple flower farms. And in those flower farms are 6 different types of flowers. And inside of those flowers are atoms. And those atoms get bone mealed, and then they create more flowers. And also, we have glowstone delivery from Zloy. I want to know where he got all that. But so essentially, we're going to be upgrading these farms tonight because these farms are horrible. Yeah, you would think from the most recent episode these are pretty good, right? No, these are garbage. These are horrible farms, and we're going to be destroying them. So we'll get into that in a moment. You'll understand why. You'll understand why. Don't worry. Don't worry. Everything is good. Everything is very, very good. He did not hand mine this. No. Bad Sloy. Okay, jeez. You would think at this point I'd realize not to, like, ask if anybody has some things that I can buy in the Discord server, but I was asking if anyone had some glowstone, and then, like, 2 hours later, Zloy shows me a picture of this in the Discord, and apparently he hand-mined this? I really hope that's not the case, because farms exist for glowstone. Oh my god, that's an entire thing. I was like, hey, does anyone have a witch farm, or maybe, what's the other one? A piglin bartering farm. You got some spare glowstone you don't need. I'll buy it. And then I really hope that he did not hand mine this. Cause can't you get this from villagers too? Tell me you did not hand mine this, Zloy. He better not have. I hope he's trolling. Anyway, so this is an entire shulker of glowstone from Zloy. Plus a few, because we need redstone lamps. We need redstone lamps. Lots and lots and lots of redstone lamps. We're gonna have to go to the witch farm, actually. Hmm. Yeah, so we have not enough redstone for all that. As you can see, we made a couple stacks of lamps last time. I was just gonna AFK more at the witch farm, but I was there for like 6 or 7 hours, and these are all the lamps that we got. So I was like, if other people have farms that produce glowstone, they're probably not using that glowstone. So I'll just buy it from them. But then apparently Zloy did a silly. I don't know. I mean, hand mining it doesn't take too much time. No, this would take a while. This would take like 2 hours at least. Guarantee there is other farms on the server that have this amount of glowstone just sitting in chests. Guarantee, because I know that other witch farms exist, and I know that I'm pretty sure someone has a piglin bartering farm. So like they exist. It's more fun. Well, bad. Stop it. I'm gonna get the spray bottle. Jeez. Okay. So to give you a recap of the last episode, we built up 6 layers of this flower farm right here. We actually designed this as well in that video, so it's kind of the whole deep dive on how we go about designing these things. Now, the thing about this is, it's slow. So each one of these, I thought that this produced about 600,000 items an hour, and it does not. But essentially, we're going to be taking all the flowers from these farms, and we're taking them down this water stream right here. We have it blocked up right now so that non-flowers don't actually go into this, because we don't want that. If a non-flower or non-compostable item gets in here, it's going to like back up the hoppers, right? So basically, all the flowers go in, they all get composted, and then all the bone meal from that goes back out the water stream. Now, a current flaw that we have with the system is that it does actually produce, it's bone meal positive. So for a stack of bone meal, you get every stack of bone meal that you put into this farm, you should get out roughly like a stack and 20-ish. However, all of the bone meal that's coming into this water stream, it's going down, it's going up this elevator. It's going to zigzag down and across. And currently, it's only supplying about the top 3 levels. Due to all these hoppers, like all of these would have to get full before the bone meal would have a chance of getting down. So we need to like figure out a system to evenly divide all those items. And there's a couple of ideas about that. A bunch of you guys left comments in the recent episode, which is cool. However, we're about to make that item distribution problem just so much worse. I don't know how much bone meal these use an hour, but it's really not that much compared to what we're about to build, which needs 2 item inputs. So we'll need an item input on this side and on this side as well, which might legitimately be a problem because we have some redstone out here. we might actually need to change up how we have this little redstone line. Simply so that it's not in the way. I think that this right here is the chunk border, though. So we should go ahead and verify that real quick before I get carried away. Yeah, that is the chunk border. Okay, well, we could... We could move the redstone line, like, underneath it. We could power these from below with some... How am I breaking the redstone when I'm just, like, punching out these blocks? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, yeah, so we could power this from below with, like, some redstone torches or something. That would be acceptable and fine. We would just have to slightly customize that bit to make it so we have a little bit more room right here, because we're going to need this room. So that's got to move, like, basically guaranteed, because these pistons have to come out by a couple blocks. Anyway, you'll see why that is in a moment. I have one extra concrete. I don't know where it belongs. Just put it right there. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You're gonna get the spray bottle. Yes. Hani does too much digging. Let's see. We have... Oh, wait, hold up. Is another YouTube chat's working? Okay, it's just a bit slow. That's right. Yeah, YouTube chat just takes a second to show up on the stream. We got Suprixia. Welcome back for another stream with another super chat. What is the function of the rubber duck? Yes, what is the function of the rubber duck? That's from Harry Potter. What movie is that from, though? Is that the second one? I think it's the second one. Because that's when he first meets Harry. He's like, what is the function of the rubber duck? That's a good quote. That's a good quote right there. It's from Mr. Weasley. At the Burrow. Good scene. Miracle of concrete multiplication. Yes. Anyway. So, we're about to go on a little bit of a rant real quick. Prepare yourselves. I've like been mentally rehearsing this for a minute. So I want to make sure that I do it right. It's important to me that we get this little micro rant correct. And also we're going to need this box. We're going to need to get some glazed terracotta as well. Yeah, okay. You guys ready for this? Okay. Let's do this. Hopefully I can remember what I got to say. So if you saw the previous episode of Truly Bedrock, you'll know that we built up these 6 flower farms right here. And I said in that video that these produce 600,000 items an hour. Well, I have something to admit to you, and that is that I lied! These farms do not, produce 600,000 items an hour. I did not do my due diligence and do a rates test and, see how many items they actually produce. I assumed that these farms were as good as the other farms that I had previously made, which was an assumption on my part. I don't know how to get to the redstone. Hold up. I'm gonna get around here. Can I even get over here? Hold up. So this farm runs on a 4-tick redstone clock. Now that is very, very slow. So what I've gone and I've done is I've designed another version. The fastest that this farm can run is a 3-tick clock. Now that is just so horribly slow. And now this is the part where we leave the server because of Sloy. And then we're going to go ahead and go to the redstone world real quick. And then we're going to continue this rant and this tirade. Okay, let's see. So this is the version 5 flower farm that we actually built up on the server. I was fairly happy with it, but I thought it would produce about 100,000 items per layer. And that's the rates that I went off of for all the math that we did in that episode, for all the bone meal that it produced, for all the composters that we would need. However, I went ahead and did some rate tests, and it turns out that it produces about 68,000 items per hour from a 30-minute test. So that's, roughly 10-ish double chests of flowers. And that's just horrible. What are we, peasants? We deserve better. So I went off and designed the version 7 farm, and this is where things got good. So this one operates on a 2-tick redstone clock. It cannot go any faster, and this one produces roughly 113... Wait, hold up. It was 130... Yeah. So this one produces about 11,000 items every 5 minutes, which is, 3 double chests and some every 5 minutes, whereas this one was, like 18 double chests an hour. So this one is about 130,000 items per hour, but we can do better. So I went ahead and stole some design concepts from Luke that I'll talk about in a second, and this farm right here, this farm is fantastic. So it produces just over a double chest of items every single minute that you run the farm. It was literally an entire double chest and 2 items. So 3,458 items per minute. And that produces, where's my calculator? So 3, 4, 5, 8 times 60. So this farm produces just about 207,000 items per hour, which is obviously far superior to the 68,000 items an hour. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade our farms on the Truly Bedrock server to this version, and remember that it's still stackable. We'll have 6 layers of these things, which means that we'll have a roughly 1.24480 million items per hour. Sounds about right. That sounds pretty good. Cool. And also, yes, I stole some design concepts from Luke. So this is a perfectly reasonable flower farm that they made. I think it was a year ago. I don't know where my window for that went. But anyway, this is a video that you can find on Luke's channel. I should find the link to that. Oh, God, I got so many windows open. Where is it at? Where's it at? Let me find it. Give me a moment. Is it this one? Here we go. This was November of 2023. So actually kind of a while ago, a year and a half ago. There's the link to it in the chat. Did that go through on all the chats? I don't know. Did it go through over here? I'm just gonna paste it in all the chats. You can go watch their video. It's pretty good. I like it. Also, Suprixio, thank you very much for becoming a member for 4 months as well. I missed that. That did not show up in my notifications. Or maybe it did. I'm blind. Never mind, it did. So the thing that's good about this farm is this is perfectly unreasonable in all the ways that we like it. Fantastic. The thing about this farm is that we're using slime and honey to actually shift the floor, because if you don't do that, pistons cannot keep up with it. So if we have a 1-tick repeater clock right here and some regular pistons, as you can see, the floor does not properly shift. However, if you put some slime on it, then it does properly shift. I mean, look how fast that is. That is ridiculous. This is great. So that's like the design thing that I needed. So I stole that from them. So we have a clock up here on the top floor right now that actually, controls the shifting of the floors and also the bone mealing of the bone meal. And then that's pretty much it. So the main clock and the main brain of the system is down here. This has had very little modification. The main clock used to be right here to shift the floors, but now we have another pulse extender right here to make sure that these clocks do not turn on before the water goes away. And then we also kind of slightly shrank down the output opening. So this is like a 5 wide opening instead of 7 wide. Doesn't really matter. The flower is also planted on a farmland right now, which is optional. That's just so you can actually like access the flower and break it and possibly replace it. Completely optional. It doesn't need to exist. And then, yeah, as you see, we have 2 hopper lines coming in here for bone meal. This uses over 9,000 bone meal per hour. I don't know how much it uses, but it's a lot of bone meal per hour. So, yeah, lots. Now, one thing I didn't actually double check with this. Is this bone mealing the full 7x7 area? I believe it is. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, so there's one main thing about this one that I don't particularly like, and that is that it isn't harvesting the middle 6 blocks. So you're missing out on quite a few rates there. Obviously, the brain for this system is on every floor, so this is like a 6 tall stack, and you can put out as many of these as on top of each other as you want. They're individually controllable, which is kind of cool. Or you can put the brain at the bottom and then control them all, like how mine is. Mine is a 4 tall stack, so each layer is 4 blocks tall. You just put those right on top of each other. And then this one does not flush out the items when you turn it off. So I can see it turns on and then it flushes randomly, every so often. And then, I mean, just look at this. This is crazy. It's really fast. I didn't do like a full proper rate test for this one, but I believe it's about 131,000 items an hour, something like that. That might be inaccurate. This one flushes a lot more often than mine does. But yeah, you can see that when you turn it off, it doesn't flush items. So any items that you have in there would just like despawn. And I don't know how to modify this redstone because I haven't really messed with it, but I don't know if there's a good way to add that to the system. I think you would have to power this dropper, and good luck with that. Yeah. Yep, good luck with that. That is one pro of having the brain at the bottom. If you move the brain to the bottom of the system, it'd probably be a lot easier to modify that. But yeah, I haven't done a full rate test with that. I couldn't find the rates for that posted anywhere, but I'm assuming it's at or above 130,000 items per hour. With a 1 minute little test run from it, I got this many items. Now, I don't know why mine would be so much higher. So I'm concerned about that, but from a 1 minute test, we got a full double chest. So it's 2 and some rows more productive per minute, and I'm not sure why. I don't think it's because we're harvesting those middle 6 blocks. Also, this design has more grass on it, so we're regrowing the grass potentially a lot faster. This one keeps the water out for less time because it's got 4 dispensers. It's also flushing to the middle, so it's less travel distance. So technically more grass dies on mine. Also, these rates, keep in mind, these are not like pure survival rates because I had the random tick speed turned to 0. That way the grass wouldn't die, to get a more consistent idea of what actually the rates would be. Now, it could be that some of the rate difference is just because this one flushes more often than mine does. But the less often you flush, the less grass dies. So it could just be that. I think this one has like 20 items in the clock. 10 there, 24 items. Mine has 60, so. Yeah, this one's got 64, so. That could be some of the explanation. Because mine flushed once during the rate test, and then I think that one flushed twice. But that wouldn't really matter too much, right? But yeah, if we take a look at this thing, it takes a second to turn on because that pulse extender. Also, I think it might be out of bone meal. But like, look at this. It's just like, it's stupid. It's stupid. I mean, look how quickly we just got 9 stacks of flowers. The compost tower might need to be taller, is what I'm saying. This is all an elaborate explanation of why the compost tower might need to be taller. But yeah, this is great. What does the button do? Oh, what does this button do? I see. Thank you for the super chats. Very nice of you. Pig's trying to help out. So, it's actually a fairly easy modification to switch things around. The redstone is a little bit more complicated up here. I mean, not really, though. We're just, like, adding in this little clock right here. And then, I mean, that's pretty much it, right? If you compare that to the version 5, like, this looks way messier. Also, I realized that if you have a full platform of grass, it spreads straight downwards. You don't need air gaps. I thought you had to do a checkerboard. But no, like, if you have grass like this, it'll spread straight downwards, like through itself. Like, it just goes straight down. So that's interesting. I don't know why it does that. I don't think it used to do that. But you can see that it does. So that's kind of interesting. Previously, I would have it checkerboarded like this, right? Now, I haven't tested it to see which way is actually faster, but I assume, 100% grass density is faster. So that's why this one has, like, grass absolutely everywhere that it can. It's just like, it's just grass everywhere. Compost Cube 9000 Mark 7.4.2 incoming. Yeah, it's gonna be something. Now, luckily, what's our rates right now? They're about 68,000 times 6. So that's 408,000 items per hour, and that doesn't even fill up the top layer of the compost cube. So if we times this by 3, that gets you to, hold up, let's do 68,000. I did 68, not 68,000. 68,000 times 6. Okay, so yeah, 408,000 items an hour, and then we times that by, why are we timesing it? Timesing that by 3. Yeah, so that gives you 1.224 million. Which is basically exactly where we're at, right? Wow, that's actually really close. So this is almost this one is almost 3 times faster than the one that we currently have built on the server, which is crazy because this one with 6 layers produces 1,244,000 items an hour. And uh, 3 of these towers of 6 would produce 1,224,000 items an hour. So even if we had 12 of these, it would, wait, 18 of these, it would not be as fast as 6 of these. It would still be 20,000 items slower. Yeah. So that's where we're at. Now, the reason why I wanted to figure that out is because even with 408,000 items an hour, we're not filling up the top layer of the compost cube. So assuming that we have a perfect 1 layer of compost cube filled up with our existing farms, we should still be fine with times 3ing our rates. So we should be totally good there, which is a bonus of me overestimating just how much our rates would be. Cool, so we're going to go ahead and build this on the Truly Bedrock server. Yay! Let's go ahead and get ourselves some glazed terracotta built up. And then, oh no, I just like pressed the wrong button on my Stream Deck. The button that launches like the 12,000 applications and, you know, opens a million tabs and moves everything around. Luckily, you can press it twice to cancel, apparently. Let's see what Zoid did. I don't know. Is he still online? No. I hope he didn't actually mine that by hand. Only 3 layers were producing constantly. True. No. So that one we put bone meal into all of it. So we had quite a bit of items coming out of here. Now you can see that our like singularity of items that we dropped in, you know, the 3 or some double chests of flowers that we dropped in, that did actually make it all the way around the system, and it actually went back up the elevator. So I assume that we'll need to upgrade this at some point. There is room underneath it, of course, to go downwards, and that should be totally fine. We'll just like move all these water streams downwards. Like, that's not a big deal at all. Another super chat. You gotta stop that. You're getting into a bad habit of super chatting. But thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. So is this a bone meal farm then? Essentially, yeah. It produces 1.2 million flowers an hour. And that's all going to be getting composted. Yeah. That's crazy that we tripled the rates. I didn't really expect that. And such a like basic upgrade as well. It's not even that complicated. So are these the fancy blocks? Yeah, here we go. Terracotta. We're going to need quite a bit of terracotta. Let's actually... There's a bunch of terracotta in here somewhere. One of these chests has terracotta in it. Otherwise, we might need to go back to chunk base. Chunk base. Here we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. See, I know what's in my storage system. You just gotta look for it. This one is the ugly chest of all the ugly blocks. Triple the rates. Yeah. Yeah. Did you just get here, Longhorn? Come on. SMH. SMH. Oh, wait, that's not, Yeah, no, we can leave it in there. So, that's gonna make glazed terracotta, right? That should. Do we have coal? I just made some coal yesterday. Here we go. Some in there. Is that gonna make... Oh, no, wait, do you have to dye this first? You have to dye it. Oh. What color do we want it to be? That's important, I guess. Yeah, you have to dye it. I figured you just, like, sick. Oh. Well, geez, I hope you both feel better. Jeez. You're both sick. Dang. Gotta get yourself some soup. Some good soup. A warm blanket. Nice little live stream. Sounds like you got that last one figured out. If you go watch another live stream. This one's not the nice little live stream. Let's see. You're halfway there. You're on the right platform, or you might find a good stream. It's not this one though. Some hot chocolate. Yeah. Magenta. No, get out of here. I think we're gonna go for, what do these even look like? We're gonna have to pull up the creative world to see what these look like. I got another version of Minecraft up, and give me a second. Where will we ever get flowers for dye? I know. It's a important question. We might go for like black, or maybe blue. Yeah, let's try blue, because I think this tower is going to be decorated in light blue. The blue does look better than the light blue, though, when it comes to glazed terracotta. We could also use, like, obsidian, or we could use a couple of leaves, but no, we need to be able to place things on top of these. That's a good point, though. We could use a few leaves. Okay, we'll go get some oak leaves, and then let's use blue terracotta. The spider terracotta? Which one is that? Is that black? I'm guessing. We might also already have some of this. Cyan, that's concrete. Blue terracotta. Start smelting! Okay, let's assume that we need... Let's just make a bunch of assumptions. Let's make 2 stacks. Oops, wrong one. And also... Slub! Silent! I really hope he did not hand mine that. Like, genuinely, I hope so. Hope not. Let's hope not. You... What?! You did not have to hand mine that! I can't type. You gotta reach level 5 in the Discord to send videos and stuff. Yeah, black dye is really annoying. It's a very Zloy thing to do. You're absolutely correct. I should have seen this coming. That's why I said I should have seen it coming from like a mile away. Bro refuses to do the normal thing. He absolutely refuses to do the normal thing. Is Zloy streaming? I don't think so. He might be. I don't know when he streams. He's in the Discord right now. He's in voice chat. Piglins even trade with that? I thought... don't piglins give you glowstone? I'm reaching, because I haven't, like, looked at the thing of that. They don't? Hold up. Minecraft Piglin barter wiki. Bartering. Let's see. Do they give you glowstone? Oh, they might not. Well, I might be stupid. Yeah, I might be stupid. Yeah, I guess maybe they don't. Huh. Okay, well, it's just witch farms and villagers then. I swear they do. I thought they did. I guess I'm dumb. They do? No, they don't. I'm pretty sure they don't. Yeah, they really should give you some glowstone. It makes sense that they would. I thought that they did. Because last time I made a piglin barter farm was season 2 of Truly Bedrock. So, like, you know, it's been a minute. It's been a hot minute, my guys. It's just sand in there. We have so much sand. They do? If you don't have a villager trading hall, definitely get that set up, Kai. With your iron farm. Oh, they could until Java 116.2? Weird. They didn't know what versions? They don't get glowstone. Well, it seems like they really should. That would make total sense if they did. Okay, so we have a stack of this stuff now. We're gonna go steal some oak leaves. That entire thing was just me procrastinating so that we could figure out and wait for our smelters to sort. Smelters to smelt. Yeah, words. I know them real well. Do good. Do good English now. Much wow. Oh, hey, look at that. A tree. Do I want to mine this tree? I kind of like this tree. It's kind of close. This tree, though, we already cut down this tree, so we'll just steal the leaves from it. We cut this down weeks ago, but it's in unloaded chunks, so it's just, like, been here. Did we cut down this one, too? We didn't. We spared it. I know we cut down a couple others, because you can see them slowly decaying. Which is very convenient. We need the leaves. So we're going to grab a stack of leaves, a stack of terracotta, and then we'll have just about everything that we need to actually upgrade the farm. We're not going to do the farmland because that's, you know, entirely optional. I think we'll need... Oh, we'll need some honey blocks, actually. We need 4 honey blocks per layer. So we'll need 24 honey. Yeah, I didn't think about that until right now. I think I have, like, 1 honey block. Oh, you know what? I'm sure there's some for sale and shopping. Because there's, like, the redstone shop and stuff. So I think we'll just head over there and we'll be good. Yeah, we should be fine. Yeah, so I think because of the Minecraft movie, they're probably going to add a feature where piglins can stay piglinified in the overworld. Because they were using nether warts to stay piglins. And that makes sense. Like, that's perfectly fine by me. They should totally add that to vanilla. Because they were like, oh yeah, if you don't use your nether wart, you're going to zombify. That was like a really big plot point of the movie. It's like a really, really big deal. So, that makes sense. We should see that in a future update at some point. I think that would be totally reasonable. Also, Aztec, thank you very much for the biddies. Glad the videos are helpful to you. Well, guess what? Our flower farms are going to produce 1.2 million items an hour once we upgrade them. Roughly that many, anyway. Might be slightly less, but it's going to be pretty good. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, speedrunners always do specific versions. Yeah, because they probably want that glowstone for killing the dragon, right? For the respawn anchors. Right, so the redstone shop is the really big, obvious one. This one. So I'm sure there's some honey for sale in here, right? No, there's not. Well, ripperonis. How much are they selling redstone for? 16 for a diamond! I would sell like a shulker for a diamond. I guess so much of the stupid stuff. So I'm sure there's honey for sale somewhere. Are they supposed to be open? Interesting. No, reinforced deep slate's not obtainable in survival. It was pushable for a minute. We're making wither cages out of that, but alas, they did fix it. I don't think these are supposed to be green. Oh, pumpkins. We actually need these. 3 stacks for a diamond? Perfect. Yeah, I was actually looking for melon. Melon and pumpkins. 16 cactus for a diamond? Really? Some people. Some people think they can get away with highway robbery, and they would be right. Free green dyed water. I see. So I guess melons aren't for sale over here. Oh, wait, maybe. Some melons right here. You're gonna put down some melons as decoration, but not sell melons? Okay. Where's honey gonna be for sale at? Normal bricks. Shulker shells. This guy's just selling dispensers. Seems kind of random. That's not selling anything. Selling green water. No, the green water was free. I'll have you know. Okay, there's got to be honey around here somewhere. Surely someone has a honey farm, right? Bee farm. This is normally where I go for like my random junk. This place sells a lot of random junk. There is no theme whatsoever in this shop. It's all the most random junk you can imagine. And it's great. I never know what I'm gonna find. Okay, it doesn't have what I need here today, though. Candle shop? Ooh, maybe. That's a good idea. Where's the candle shop at? I can run around this place for ages. Okay, so this is like the flower and stuff shop. There's like a small chance that tangentially related items would end up here. Like honey blocks. Honey block, is it roadside stand? It could be. Oh, this looks like honey. Here we go. Yeah. Here we go. 16 honey blocks. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. And that's actually kind of a reasonable price, too. Is there no inner chest here? I guess I'll have to commit a felony. Stop! You have violated the law. There we go. Boop. Perfect. Brilliant. We love it. Okay, so that's all we really needed from here. We even got some pumpkins. We need those for pumpkin seeds. And then we got honey. And that was it, right? Thief! Stop him! Yes. I think that was it. We're gonna go head back to our little chunk base real quick, though. Because I think we might have some more honey in here. I think we only need 12, though, right? It's 4 per layer. 6 layers. If my numbering is doing a numbering, then I think we're good. I need 3 blocks of purple. I probably have that. Yeah, I'll have a tutorial out for the flower farm at some point. Just be glad I didn't make a tutorial for the one that I have built here on the server, because that one is very slow, as it turns out. Now, with the 200k plus design, you can actually slow it down if you want to. So it doesn't have to be 200,000 items an hour, which is like a little bit insane, you know. But you can slow it down. But yeah, each one of these is only 68,000 per hour. Actually, this one's on a 4-tick clock, not even a 3-tick, so it's actually slower than that. It might be sub 60. Right then. So we also need sticky pistons as well. We're not actually adding like any pistons to the farm besides 1. So we're gonna go make some more pistons real quick. Yeah, if only there was like 3,000 bees somewhere. That'd be real convenient. That doesn't happen, though. It's certainly an idea for Thanking someone. I'm not sure who did it, but someone put down like 30 or 40 beehives, and all the bees came out. Yep. It was great. There's just like a billion bees out there. 42 pistons. Perfect. It's a sign. It's meant to be. You get it? Meant to be. Okay, I'll leave now. I'll leave now. That was bad. That was bad. I'll leave now. It's super slow. You only get 100,000 items an hour. I know. It's unusable. Literally unplayable. Oh, you know what? I should have grabbed maybe some glass, and then I think we also need like probably a junk shulker. No pun intended. Puns always intended. We do not do puns around here. If you're not doing puns, you're not doing the stream right. Okay. Boom. Junk box. It's not even named junk. So how do we want to start this? Do we want to start from like the bottom up or top down? I think top down might be easier. I genuinely have no clue. Pun only stream. That's every single stream we do. I think bottom up actually, because we have to move the redstone torch towers and other things. Okay, let's grab hoppers. Oh, you know what? We were supposed to get some clay pots as well. Those are technically optional, but I think we should do that. How do you make clay pots? It's like 5 or 6 bricks per pot, right? You need bricks for those, so we got to smelt these down as well. I assume it's like 5 or 6 bricks. Because we need 12 pots. The reason why we're using the pots is because they're a 1-slot inventory, which is super convenient. It's going to stop us from backlogging as much bone meal. Also saves us a hopper or a dropper. So, that should be nice. 4 bricks per pot, really? What's the recipe for that then? Is it just like a diamond or something? What is that kind of rubber banding? Also, we're going to have to break all these down, but that's fine. Did I play Hive Bed Wars? We were playing some Hive events. We had some community events where we were doing like Hive get-togethers and plays, and those were fun. We stopped kind of doing those though. We weren't getting extreme churn out, but we could do more of those. We didn't really do Bed Wars though. We did a couple of things. We did like the droppers and hide and seek and a little bit of PvP. Oh wow, I forgot these drop 4 each. That's okay. That's actually only like a stack. That should be enough. Half a stack in there. Half a stack in there. Put some in there. Okay. And then we're using our little quote shovel. Should be able to make copper pots. You can make brick pots. Why not copper pots? I think they would look kind of good too. It is a diamond. Wow. I thought it would be like this layout, like with these two as bricks. I thought it would be kind of like that, right? This seems like... Well, I guess that's the bucket layout. Yeah, okay, well... Okay. But if you want a composter, it's like this shape. So, that's the same for cauldrons too. I don't know. There's no consistency. I shouldn't be bothering. What would copper pots do? They would look nice! Need I say more? It's another reason for them to add another 8 different items to the game. Because they would have to add all the oxidized versions and all the waxed versions. And you know what? Don't worry about it. It's fine. Okay. So we have pistons. We have some slime for the sticky pistons. We have leaves. We're already an hour into the stream. How did that happen? When did that happen? I'll never understand. Oh, you know what? We need grass too. Maybe it's because I keep flying back and forth 1,000 times. Power pots could push items upwards. If you power them, that could be interesting. Lack of preparation. Oh, please. I'm properly prepared. I'm a properly prepared piggo. It will happen in 7 minutes. What is it? Is that when the world ends? Is that when Dormammu comes back? Oh, an hour streaming? Oh, psh, please. Please. Okay. I was really just trying to get up there. You know what? We need some scaffolding blocks. Can I get some actual scaffolding? Imagine if we had actual scaffolding. Let's do it. I don't think I have a single piece of actual bamboo. Do you need actual bamboo for scaffolding? I had string around here somewhere. Okay, you know what? Oh, bamboo. Okay. Hold up. We have string. There we go. Okay, now we're cooking. There we go. Actual scaffolding. Imagine that. It's purely coincidental that we happen to have some bamboo in there. I think the Minecraft movie was likely on Bedrock Edition. What server is this? This is the Bedrock Edition. The Truly Bedrock server. Yeah, this is the Bedrock Edition server? No. I mean, yes, but no. Okay, this hopper, you know what? Let's move that in first. I feel like that's important. Ruh-roh. Oh, I forgot to pay Zloy! He found an IOU from me. That's not good for my health. That's not good for my health or longevity. Oh, it goes that way. Okay. So this should be fine where it's at. Those Minecraft mods for repo, that's kind of fun. Repo's all right. I don't know. I feel like it's basically just Lethal Company though. Because that's basically what it is. So that is outside of loaded chunks, so we can't move this over by a block. But we can do something like this. And then... Yeah, see, the problem with this is that it's going to power every other block, which is not what we need. So we need to move this down a little bit. So it's going to have to be like this. See, that still only powers every other block. So that's why I was thinking redstone torches. But see, the problem with that is that they're off right now. So that's fine. So what we do is we invert this signal so that it's like this. And then each one of these are on 2 ticks, right? Is that right? They are on 2 ticks. Wow. That must have taken a minute. It's a good thing I block out these streams from my memory. Let's see. So these could actually be a little bit further apart too. We're gonna keep them at this spacing though. That way we keep the timing going all the way around the edge. Because if we have less repeaters in here, then this side's going to unpower faster than the other one, right? But yeah, we could definitely have, like, you know, a redstone dust right here, and then a block, and then a dust. Or, yeah, we could have a dust and a repeater. We could space those out by another block, but we don't want to. I don't want to. So that's going to go this way, and then this end has to get powered as well. So we'll just move this to here. And then we'll have it be like this, I guess. That has made a piston noise. I don't know why. Hopefully that's fine. And then if we turn that off, all of those should turn off. Okay, good, perfect. Okay, not even a problem. Cool, okay. So now we have some room that we can move over these, because these pistons need to be going up by a block and then over diagonally by a block as well. We can remove those. Those observers don't need to be there. So we're gonna have to, I think we have to mine out this wall. Let me orientate myself properly with the build. I think I'm on the back side of it. Yeah, so this is the side that powers our dispensers. So this side over here is technically the front. So this is where a lot of the redstone is going to be changing. Minecraft. Bedrock is better than Java? It's up to your opinion, really. 1,000 target blocks again. That was the idea. Yeah, we were going to use target blocks for all that. I don't know how we have a chicken in there. There shouldn't be any like way for him to get in there. We're then going to craft something. We're going to mine, and then we're going to craft. Let's Minecraft. Yeah, that's they really had to shoehorn that into the movie somehow, didn't they? Let's Minecraft. Just rebuild it. No, I don't think I will. It's much easier to modify it, but I have to get orientated correctly, right? Otherwise, I'm gonna be all over the place. Let's grab this box with us. We shouldn't need any of this stuff. I'll grab a little bit of glass though, and then we can take this box down there too. Shouldn't need all that quite yet. Okay, let's start at the bottom. Let's just make this easier on ourselves. Unthinkable, unconceivable. Unconceivable. That's a word. If you can say it, it's a word. You know what? We might also want ourselves a trapdoor. A few different trapdoors. That way we can actually get in and out of this thing a little bit easier. Is that gonna... That's not gonna... How do we do this? How do trapdoors work again? Hold up. It's like this. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I figured it out. Yeah, I'm smarty pants. So this is going to stay about right here. And then we're going to rip out this. Replace that with a piston going upwards. All of these can be ripped out. Also, we blocked up that water stream up there, so we don't need to worry about things like falling into the water streams and going into the compost tower. We did think ahead there. Look at that. Boom. Properly prepared piggo right there. Properly prepared piggo. With a plan. The piggo with a plan. Basically, all this is going to get ripped out, too. Okay, all that's also going to get ripped out. We got things happening. Filthy, thank you for resubscribing. Tier 2 for 58 months. That's a very long time indeed. How are you doing tonight? Welcome back. We also have a whole bunch of new followers as well and subscribers on YouTube. Welcome back, everybody. Or I guess welcome in, rather. Hope you're enjoying the stream. We also had Ash resubscribing for 51 months. How you doing? Sorry I missed that. Is that everything? I think that was about everything. More followers as well. Thank you very much. Shoosh. We don't need any of this here right now. We didn't spend the last hour gathering materials. We spent the last hour thinking about gathering materials. Big, big difference. Big, big, big difference. One has action and the other one has ideas. Listen, if you want to build a farm that produces 1,000,000 items an hour, you're gonna have to mess around and find out a little bit, okay? Listen, it's fine. Oh yeah, all these hoppers need to go up as well. And then we gotta redo our zigzag tower. I know, that's the last thing you guys wanted to hear. Hey, listen, we only built that once though, so it's fine. We're still within quota. Still within quota. So we're gonna have to have an observer over here. Let me see. Yeah, so we're gonna have to have an observer right here with a trapdoor. I guess we'll use some spruce trapdoors. And this is gonna be powering our dispenser right here. That's where the water dispenser is gonna be moving. Yeah, this guy right here. That's gonna be moving inwards to this block. And then we're gonna have a leaf in front of it. Boop. There you go, because it's waterloggable. And let's go ahead and break these out as well. Oh, you know what? I forgot that we need obsidian. But we actually have some of that. What does it have VIP? Floyd! Hi. I guess he doesn't. He's just so very important that he doesn't. I typed a VOP. VIP. At Sloy? Change your name? I think you probably did at some point. Well, I didn't really need all that glowstone right now. You just kind of like went out and did it. So thanks, I guess. But yeah, I mean, we pretty much have everything. I was just gonna need more lamps at some point, right? Jeez. Yeah, what I really need is more time. And also, free cam. Oh man, that'd be so useful. Okay, well, I guess we'll go ahead and rip out our little ziggity zaggity that we got up here, because that's kind of in the way right now. Oh, that's a bubble column as well. Well, good thing we're ripping out all the redstone. Oh, well, because we're ripping out that redstone now too. Actually, you know what? All that need to be broken anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there's a lot of bubble columns down here and a lot of stuff that is not the easiest to navigate around. Yes, all that's good. We're gonna reflood this at least 5 more times, so it's fine. Nothing to see here, folks. You better way out of here, though. Oh, overshot it. Okay, so for the time being, let's go ahead and say hi to the little pig. Hi, how you doing? And then... Oh, this has a lot of bone meal in it. I see. I guess we'll move that into here. More bone meal? No? Okay. Yeah, so this whole thing's gonna get pushed out by a block is why we have to redo it. All of our pistons are moving out. And then the whole thing is like moving out by a block. So it's a little bit silly. double check that. Yeah, so previously it was 6 hoppers to get past your pistons, but now it's 7 hoppers because we're moving our pistons out by a block. So that's just kind of how that goes. We're not going to tear down all of this right now. Because quite frankly, we don't need to. At least at the top part of it. So this is where all of our bone meal went. I see how it is. Yeah, I think we might still have to build up the fish farm to get ourselves a supply of bone meal to supply these things, right? Because that way we could fully backlog the entire system, and then I think that would make item distribution a lot easier. But the fish farm is so easy. You have abandon action? Don't tell me it's something that... Jumping? Come on! Come on! We're trying to get things done around here. Come on! Name it be meant to be. Well, we can do that. Come on. I'm trying to do a stream over here. Huh. I have stairs? I don't have stairs. Oh, I got slabs! Here we go. Look at me. Defeating the purpose of your abandon action. So I can't go around anywhere. That was a broken redstone, but I think that's fine. Right, there's also a bubble column right there. That's probably gonna have to move. I more won't be productive. Listen, we're tearing down existing farms right now. This is productive. This is productive. Are you not entertained? Oh, I got up that without jumping somehow. I walked from the wall up to there. There, now I can jump. Haha. I outlasted you and your pettiness. I think we're gonna have to rip out both these bubble columns too. Okay, so we do actually have like a supply of bone meal. Or like a stockpile at least. Because each one of these has a few stacks, but... Yeah, we're really getting ourselves into a situation where we're gonna need so much bone meal. Oh, that's not a bubble column? Oh, right, that's just a drop chute. Cool. Because remember, the new farms use over 9,000 bone meal an hour, right? So it's a little bit silly. It's a lot silly. Okay, this one had bone meal too. That's good. We're at the bottom now. I think we need to... Yeah, for now, let's go ahead and rip out our bubbles. Oh, there goes my soul sand. Hi, Solely Sand. I got that one. I had a bunch of sponges. That'd be helpful. It's another bubble. How many bubble columns do we have? Too many bubbles. Too many bubbles. Let's see. I think we need to get rid of this one and this one. This one maybe too? This one might actually be fine. Yeah, this one, I think this one's fine because it's far enough away. Okay, great. More bubbles the better. Now, I am a fan of bubbles. It's just like everything in moderation, you know. Sometimes you just have too much of something and you just need to freak out a little bit. What can I say? I'm a grown man, mad at bubbles. This is not the first time this has happened. And it will not be the last. Bubbles can be infuriating. Don't tell me you've never been upset about bubbles before. This This is a safe space. You can admit these kinds of things. I just did. Let's see. Yeah, we gotta get rid of this one too. Look, Win, him, how you doing? Yeah, see, those are our old quote for being mad at Bubbles. Okay, so the farm's still gonna be the same height. Please don't spam the chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. The mods appreciate it. The viewers appreciate it. Everybody appreciates it. Okay. They really need to make glass insta-mineable. I don't know why it's not. We can insta-mine ice and, like, packed ice, but not glass. Seems like packed ice would be denser. We can insta-mine literal stone. Seems like that would be a lot denser too, but I mean, okay. It's fine. Not upset. I'm mildly upset. I lied. We also need to tear out this as well. I think, yeah. I don't know what this is, but... Oh, that was part of our little ziggity zags. Oh, no, there's water! Okay, we gotta watch out for that. There's 3 Mad at Bubbles quotes? 3 of them? Okay, that seems like too many. Or is it not enough? Jasper, hi. Listen, I'm mining as fast as I can mine. I don't have haste right now, okay? Actually, you know what? I got a cup of tea right here. We can get some caffeine going. Gotta be careful not to crack the glass. Oh, come on. It's Silk Touch. It's magic. It does it for us. Get out of here. Okay, that should be everything torn out that we need to. I think we should go ahead and replace this tower of blocks right here with some deep slate. I put you on the hotbar for a reason, thank you. And then we won't accidentally mine that out as often. It's still gonna happen. This won't happen as much. To play Fortnite or watch Last of Us. Ooh, is there another Last of Us? I don't know when those release. Wait, what day is it? Oh, it's Sunday. Oh, there should be another one. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Last of Us. Last of Us time. So good. Many good. Much wow. Okay, let's mine out this as well. And then, you know, let's mine out these a little bit. Yeah, so this should be one of the last most complicated farms that we need for the base. I didn't anticipate it being like a redesign kind of deal. But, you know, that's how it goes. So I've anticipated that we need another roughly 18 live streams to wrap up the entire surface area of the base. So that should be enough time to install all the outer farms and get all the tracers installed. This is with, you know, this is an overestimate with accounting for the fact that I'm slow. So at maximum, it should be about 18 live streams to get the top of the base wrapped up. And then I'm thinking, I don't know what to do exactly for the bottom of the base. Did we just get kicked? Yeah. Might as well just log out. Yeah, there's not much more that's really complicated to do. The only thing that I'm not sure of right now is the kelp farm. I don't know how exactly we're going to do that. Let me go to Nodecraft. I don't know why it's not letting me get in here. How do you AFK? I just kind of leave your device sitting there and then you'll be fine. If you're on a realm or something, then you might need to like have some sort of input. Log in. I'm trying to, Casper. Do you not see that I'm trying? Why don't you try? Is the server up? Server's up. Okay, there it goes. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes we've just been getting kicked for no apparent reason. And then it takes a second for you to rejoin again. Not sure what's up with that. Could just be a Bedrock Edition thing. Oh, that's still got water flowing out of it. Okay, so this should be all the room that we need to actually properly install the redstone. Probably have to move this around. Okay. Yeah, this shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. Although it might be a problem for the zigzag tower. We will find out when the time comes. Oh, you know, these ones have a bunch of glass in them. This is actually a good opportunity to replace that. And I don't think the new farm has any real glass in it like those ones do. You guys ever do that where you like accidentally light off a rocket when you're trying to place something? I do that a lot. I'm doing my best. I'm trying. It's gonna be a longer stream tonight anyway. I'm gonna try and start streaming a little bit earlier in the next couple weeks, and then stream a little bit later as well, so we get more stream time in, and then we can do more projects. So that'll be fun. So put that on your calendars, people. Something happened. Me, thank you very much for gifting 5 subs to the community. We got gifted subs to Alex and Magic Viper and Dexter and Steven and Truepat. Welcome in, everyone. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream tonight. Thanks for being part of it. And enjoy your subs from me. Show some love to them in the chat. Being a crazy person. Okay, this is the junk box. Do we have all the materials that we need? I think we just about do. Oh, these are the pistons that were firing earlier. Yeah, so there'll be a download for this world at the end of the season, whenever that happens to be. We do a download at the end of every season, of course. That's just how we do things. Slime grass. Oh, you know what? We need that obsidian too. Luckily, we have like an entire shulker of obsidian that I bought from Slack, which I didn't really need to buy, but I did anyway. You know, sometimes you just make an impulse purchase of an entire shulker of something. It's no big deal. But you guys don't do that? Don't lie to me. I know you do. I know you do. You're trying to look good for the rest of the chat, but I know you do it. Like, I impulse bought like 20 plushies, and it was great. I have no regrets. I'm rebuilding the farm. Okay, I won't tell you that I'm rebuilding the farm. Where are the plushies? Currently, they're on the floor. I don't have enough shelf space for such things. It's just kind of how it goes at the moment. Yeah, I'm not sure where a lot of them are gonna live, but they're super cute. I need to post a picture of those at some point. Okay, we're gonna put torches above the middle thing right here. I think that helps the grass regrow a little bit better. Having some light, because I don't think they grow in darkness. They're not cool like Bane. They don't grow in darkness. They're not molded by it. You bought a truck on impulse? I'm sure that wasn't cheap. Jeez. What kind of truck? Right, hold up. So this is gonna be the front of the farm, meaning that the right side has the pistons below. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, so the right side of the farm has the obsidian underneath these pistons, right? Anyone bought an Impulse? Impulse? I'm sure there's a bunch of people that have bought the Impulse plushies on Impulse. I think that just like would make total sense. I can't see any other way around it. So these ones are going to be powered. I'm looking at my redstone world right now. Yeah, these ones are going to be powered. Buy all this. Right here, we're going to have a repeater. Not like that. You're bad. Like this. Here we go. So this actually needs to be changed around. Let's go ahead and modify this tower. Oh, right. Yeah, no, we flushed out all the redstone. No wonder. No wonder. Hold up. Let's just put that right there. There we go. That'll fix it. No wonder. Hot Wheels or Tonka truck? Hot Wheels. I was a Hot Wheels kid. And yes, that's past tense. Do you have a tutorial for a bulk storage system for a gold farm? I do not. That's something I could very well do tutorials on, though, is actually building up storage systems for different kinds of farms. Because all the farms that I have on the channel do not come with storage systems, because that's generally not something that's within the scope of a tutorial. Right, there's so many different ways to do storage, and everyone likes to do their stuff their own way. I feel like storage is a very personal thing. It's one of the most, like, customizable kind of deals that you can have in Minecraft, right? So I feel like it's best to leave that up to the people. Okay, so we're gonna have a bunch of these dudes here. So this is gonna be kind of complicated to get working properly. So we're gonna have slime, 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 slime. Or any more slime. Honey, honey. And then we need to surround that in that stuff, obviously. We're going to redo how this entire drop chute is figured out anyway. This is actually going to have a grass block right there. And then I think this grass block can be here. Yeah, hold up. We're going to have one right there. And then we'll have another 3 grass right here. I really tried to maximize the amount of grass we could get into this system. It was very important to me to maximize grass. And then this redstone line right here actually has not changed much. It's just kind of goes like that. I couldn't move the redstone line over to this dispenser. So what I did is I did a stupid and I just put a trapdoor right here that gets activated. And then that activates the dispenser. And then that just stays like that, basically. Because we're going to have a hopper line like right here. And this is actually where the pots go in. Do I have my pots? Where's my pots? Hold up. I can place this. Oh, they're like dark in the hand. Why are they so dark? That's weird. Anyway, so pot goes there, and then our hopper lines go in right here like this. You know the Brandon, gotta build it twice. Yeah, it's like Pokemon, gotta catch them all, but this one's gotta build them twice. It makes sense if you don't think about it. Should probably put in those hoppers last after we tear out some things. Yeah, we should gain a couple materials from this. And then... What up is there? Let me check my copy. Oh yeah, there is 2 terracotta. Okay, so we can actually remove these 2 blocks. Those don't need to be there. They're gonna die anyway. Saving you some dirt right there. And then this side's also gonna be modified slightly. So we're gonna have a terracotta there, I believe. Hold up. Okay, so just now terracotta right there. And then we're gonna have a nice little like X of grass above it. Yeah, much easier to build this from the bottom up. And then this right here is actually going to be the edge of our platform. So like this entire wall, we can just kind of get rid of that. We should probably go ahead and get rid of this water as well. Yeah, we're also going to move this water down by a block because for some reason, like the water updates every time you shift this floor and it like changes how it looks visually. And I'm guessing that that's going to cause more lag. So I decided to move the water down on either side. Not really like a big deal. Don't mind me just saving you some lag, but yeah, it's kind of weird that it was like updating. It was like shifting how it was angled, and I don't understand exactly why it would do that. Seems how the blocks are like the same, but you know, whatever. We don't question things. We just go with it. We just go with it. Okay, so now we need to do all the redstone for the interior, and even though we're 1 tall, this is still pretty easy. So we have a block here. We're gonna have a repeater right here. That way it doesn't power this piston. Actually, we technically don't even need that. Before, I had this piston facing downwards, but I realized that we can just put it upwards. That's just to activate the observer that's underneath it. We're also going to have a piece of redstone right there, block right here, and this is actually going to be the main clock of the system. So we're going to have a torch there and a torch there. And then coming out of here is going to be a repeater. This is going to be the main clock right here. Boom. So now when this torch tower gets deactivated, the farm will be on. And then that should pretty much be it, right? I mean, not much to go on there. I think we're actually done with this layer. We just need to move it down. I'm getting disconnected? No, okay, it's just being weird. Being weird, the lag. Making too much sense. I do have a habit of making too much sense. That's why they call me sense whisperer. Silent censorer? Yeah. Yeah, silent censorer. Yeah, there we go. Since when whisperer? Yeah, that's more like it. We're gonna move this torch tower to the side as well, I believe. Also, it's this torch tower, but that's not actually important. I censor things, yeah, not to be confused with a censorer. Okay, let's get a scaffolding up right here as well. Hey, there's my chicken. How you doing, chicken? Yeah, don't send any personal identification information in the chat, please. Thank you. Appreciate it. Don't want to. Yeah, just no. That's bad. I don't know how to get out of here now. Oh man, okay. He's the official mascot of the farm now. We've had a lot of animals spawn in this farm. Are you saying they're not the official mascot? Oh, so you're saying that they're not important? Wow. Wow. I can't believe you went there. Yeah, so we're gonna have grass here. Grass there. And then that can technically be a slab, but who cares? Do I have a slab? Oh, I happen to have 1 slab. Okay, look at that. All right, I didn't put in the Slimer honey. The slimy honey. I didn't put that in. There we go. That's got to be ripped out. That's not going to fly. I think that'll sink quite fast, actually. Yeah. Okay, and then terracotta here powers all this, and that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, no, we're also gonna have a terracotta there, so I guess this torch tower would have to be ripped out and moved, but that's super easy. That's not even a problem. That probably just activated. Well, I mean, it activated that, but no, it activated all of our water dispensers going up. Shouldn't that have... Oh, wait, that's not where that goes. Why is this clocking? Oh, because it washed out this. There he goes. And washed out that. Yeah, so are those all watery? No, they're not? Okay, well, explain it. The chosen chicken. Spontaneous passive mob farm. It kind of is. Yeah, so these hoppers would come out by another block. Oh, right, yeah, see, this isn't going to work here either. Oh, yeah. That's exactly why it wouldn't work. There we go. Oh, yeah, so since that activated, it's going to have pushed our grass back too much. So as you see, yeah, we have extra grass back here. This shouldn't be touching the obsidian. That's one of the things about this that's a little bit weird, is that if you activate it wrong, it will definitely break. So now we have some gaps in here that we have to fill in. Otherwise, next time we go to activate this, it's going to flood out water everywhere. And that's not good for our health or well-being, is it? No, it isn't. Don't answer that. It's a rhetorical question. All right, so we're going to wipe that out as well. I'm spreading misinformation? About what? I try not to do that all the time. Only on special occasions. When it's funny. Let's get that in there. Also, yeah, we really don't need all these flowers. 12 flowers? Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, so torch tower is going to be moved from this block to this block. And then we can have a bit of glass right here. Okay, I think that's this layer done. Yeah, torch tower is going to be right there. And then torch tower will also be right here as well. What we should do, though, is go up and remove all of the... Yeah, all these torches. That way we're not activating all these water dispensers this whole time, because those will definitely continue to flood down. And then we should probably also remove this torch tower as well. Maybe we just put it in the right place? What do you think about that? Should we put it in the right place? I don't know about that. That's going to be a target block. Let's just keep that off for now. I think we can have a piece of grass right there. There we go. If it lets you place it. Putting things in the right place? Sometimes we do that. I know it's kind of a rarity, so you guys don't know like how to react to something being built in the right place. But I promise you that it does occasionally happen. Why is there redstone over there? Where did you come from? All right, all this got flooded out. Probably good that that was broken out, actually. Because otherwise it would have reset our grass again. So now there shouldn't be any, like, empty spots in there? Yeah. Alright, those have the buttons on them. Well, not anymore, they don't. Is that important? I think I just put that there. Is that one important? That's not important. Ironic. I consider it to be iconic. This should be 5 wide, lined up with middle. Yeah, okay, good. Technically, this side can be 3 wide for our drop chute, but the other side's got to be 5. I'm not sure exactly why that is, but don't worry about it. It's fine. Okay, so that should technically be this bottom layer completely done. If we have some bone meal in there, I don't know if we do, but if we have some in there, we do. We can actually fire this thing up, and we should see it in action. We should test this out real quick. I'm gonna do a little peek around, make sure that all this is how it should be. Obviously, we don't have the torch tower in place for that side for the flooding, for the item collection, but yeah, no, this all looks fine to me. Technically, we're gonna have another glass right there. Another glass. Another glass. Hey, Keisha, welcome in. Yeah, we're gonna make a tutorial for this at some point soon. Hopefully, there's not a version 8. God. But it's gonna be very good. Now, this farm can be slowed down. It doesn't have to be 1.2 million items an hour. Also, you don't have to stack it. You can have just the one. That is also perfectly acceptable. Okay, all these flowers can go to the compost cube. Came up here for one. Why is there so many chickens? Somebody's throwing eggs. That's what's happening. Somebody's throwing eggs. Yeah, somebody's throwing eggs. I'm onto you, Wazowski. I'm watching you. Redstone washes away. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, sometimes you gotta wash your redstone. I don't know why you're so concerned. Sometimes you gotta wash redstone. It's not a big deal. Are we good here? Okay, we're good here. Okay. So an hour of tearing down the farm later, we have ourselves some progress, and that is that the first floor of this thing has been converted over. Now, it should all be good to go, technically, so we can remove this temporary torch, and we should see that, oh yeah, this produces just so many flowers. Cool. Let's not waste our bone meal. I don't have a way to collect these items right now, besides just, like, getting on in here. So many flowers, yeah. Cool. Well, good. Let's go ahead and build up the rest of the 6 layers then. Let's throw these items away real quick. I do want to actually go take those into the compost cube. Again, we kind of need all the bone meal we can get right now. Oh, no! Oh, that one's broken too. We fixed it, everybody. More items over here? There is. So many items. I didn't think it'd be a full inventory, but here we are. Cool. Love to see it. Yeah, look how many that was. That was, like, this many flowers just from running the farm for a couple of seconds. Absolutely ridiculous. Absurd. But that's our demonstration that the farm does actually work. Behold. Unlimited flowers! Let's actually put those away. We're going to need some trapdoors, some observers, and grass. And I think we are mostly good to go from here. Okay. Let's start cranking. Compost Cubinator 7000. I feel like we need a better name for the Compost Cubinator 7000. Any suggestions in the chat right now? There's 115 composters in our Compost Cubinator. In our Compost Cuber. And I think it deserves a name befitting such a grand status. Grandstanding status. Yeah. Oh, I'm on honey. I'm like, why can't I jump? Mildly annoying. Lag. Well, the Laginator 7000. Yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. Now we're describing. Okay, so all of this is going to be filled in with grass. I guess that does have to have a slab above it. Compost Cubinator 7001. Oh, it is one better. Garrett the Garbage Man. That would actually be kind of funny. That would be kind of funny, actually. Flower power plant. I do like flower power. It definitely sums up what's happening over there fairly well. Okay, we're gonna go grab some slime real quick because we're out of slime. Then take a nap. I get my bone meal for a desponse. Oh, good point. Yeah, no. You're right. I did block up that. You're so smart. You should build the base, not me. We still have a couple minutes though. We can procrastinate. I came over here for slime. Don't know if we have enough. Bob has a nice ring to it. Yeah, let's call it Centurion. What's the name of the dude from Thunderbolts? I forget already. I just saw that movie last night and I already forget the name. I think it's just Sentry, isn't it? Sentry? Not Century? The flower picking flusher? I don't know about that. Garrett the Garbage Man does have a nice ring to it though, doesn't it? Garrett the Garbage Man. Does whatever a garbage man can. Wait. Wrong franchise. Hey, that's the slab that I needed. Convenience. Look at that. Reusing materials. All natural, wild harvested redstone. This has got to get ripped out. That's got to get ripped out. That's a hole in the ground. We can fill that over. And then that's got to get ripped out. This can't actually have any grass under it because it's going to be having hoppers above it. And then I don't want to pick up that slab anyway. The compost tower is very orange, so I feel like it's got to have a color befitting that. A name befitting the orangeness. Did I pick up the dispenser? No. Oh, right, yeah, no, so some of these can actually be leaves. I didn't think about that when we're building it, but whatever now. We just need one leaf over here for this guy. We don't need all this either. And then, what else do we not need? I feel like we need this entire inventory. I guess concrete we're not really using. It's just so many items and so little inventory. Like, even with only having the 4 tools, I feel like we're just constantly struggling with inventory. Okay, so we're gonna have trapdoor here, observer, and then let's get in our slimy blocks. That guy, that guy, that one. Okay, that's good. That's how that should be. Yeah, see, once we get into the flow of things, it's actually pretty quick to upgrade these. The first one always takes the longest, right? We need these here as well. And then let me double check if we need anything else on that side. It's just like a little bit of grass and stuff down here. Should get another scaffolding tower. Am I completely redoing the farm I just posted yesterday? Yes! Because we're very efficient with how we design and build farms. Don't worry about it, it's good. Okay, I think we're gonna get rid of this one right here. So we're not completely redoing it. We are only slightly redoing it. There is a difference. It's not a very big difference. I will give you that much. It's not a particularly large difference. However, semantics are important. And it's good to recognize that I'm running out of things to say. But yeah, so basically yesterday's farm was 68,000 items per hour per level. So with all 6 layers, there's like 408,000 items an hour. However, we're upgrading it to be 200,000 something items per hour. What was it? 240,000 items an hour per layer, per platform. It was something like that. It was pretty cool, man. Not gonna lie. Glorified lag machine. I just want to see what happens when we have all 6 of these going, and how the server reacts to such an abuse of redstone. You know what? We don't need that right there. Don't even know why that was right there. Okay, and then... Oh, did I already move these ones over? No, wait, hold up. This is the first layer. Yeah, it's the first layer. Hold up. We gotta go up. Yeah, this is the layer that we need to be on. Almost getting distracted over here. Thinking we're done. We ain't done until you guys say we're done. Don't say we're done. We're not done. Okay. That's a problem. We'll figure that out later. Yeah, we're getting quite a bit of redstone back from this side at least. Let's go ahead and get this hooked in. I think it comes in from, yeah, right there. And that turns that off. That should turn on that side. Okay, and then we got to get the hopper lines in. Forgot about that part. Done is in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, I mean that's very much facts for Minecraft, especially when it comes to Minecraft builds. Is it's really only done when you're done with it. Like you can keep working on the same project for a decade if you really wanted to. There is no such thing as done in Minecraft. It's really just when you want to stop. So, big facts right there. You're absolutely correct. That really is the case. Okay, so for this one, I think that's already stacked up. So we're just going to bring in another grass block right here. I think that's fine with the gap right there right now. Have that right there. We can put a grass right here, but I don't think it matters. No, it doesn't. We are getting a lot of glass back from this. And also, this one should just be more efficient in general because it is going to have a lot more grass respreading. In theory, anyway. There is some room for optimization on that front. Well, more like there's room for testing on that front, because I'm not entirely sure if like a full platform will spread downwards faster than a platform of like checkerboard, but I'm guessing that it probably does. That would make sense to me anyway. So these ones are going to be extended, which means that that little gap right there is fine. We actually want that gap right there. Get rid of these. That is a glass block, not a slime block. There's still a working villager trading hall tutorial. Yeah, there should be a couple on the channel. I do have a new design that I need to release, actually, though. Thanks for reminding me about that. That technically is done. It took me like 10 minutes to design that, because it's just like the kind of activator rail. This one's also glass. What is happening? Yeah, it's just like the activator rail style. But they changed how activator rails work, so the previous design that I had for that is broken because reasons, but really easy to fix. Make a new design. It's slightly less dense, but still works just as fine. Okay, and then we're gonna have terracotta on all of those. Not strictly necessary to have them there, but yeah, you know what? We could actually skip that. Yeah, you don't need these two. Don't need these three. Probably don't even need that one. Yeah, it's been a while since I made a villager trading hall tutorial. In theory, not much should really change, but somehow they always manage to change things, don't they? You would think not much would really change, but it would be absolutely wrong. Okay. This floor is done. We can move up to the third floor now. Let me just double check all this. This one has a gap on it, actually. Yeah, this one might be missing a couple bits of grass. Yeah, it is. Interesting. Can't really get around that way. Or that way. Do I do tutorials? I do, yeah. But all the full tutorials go on YouTube. TikTok gets some of the, like, little highlights of, like, what the tutorial is, you know? But the full thing has to go on YouTube because they're so long. Also, doing a tutorial in vertical format seems a little bit of a pain. Okay. This one should be good. Let's move on up. Yeah, so you do have the option of falling down. You do have the option of replacing this middle grass block right here with a farmland. You got to put some water in there. So I put like a waterlogged stair next to it. And that allows you to actually swap out the flower more easily without having to break any blocks. But that's completely optional. I was thinking I could use like a piece of mud or something, but that one doesn't actually have a shorter, like, it's like a full block tall. You just sink down into it, kind of like soul sand. But a farmland is like physically shorter, so you can actually reach through that little gap. So if we had like, you know, a farmland right here, we'd be able to reach through this little gap. And you can still bone meal the flower on it, so it's like perfect. Okay. So this layer is gonna have our obsidian. Oop, oop, and loop. And then same thing on the opposite side. If I can actually stand up there, that would be helpful. Thank you. And then, yeah, no, I think we have to actually fill in... We have to fill in all this, don't we? Already out of sticky pistons? You already play Minecraft on a vertical monitor? That sounds horrible. I don't know what that sounds. I don't think that's good. I don't think that sounds good. That's my official take. So I don't think that sounds good. Certainly a choice though. I mean, maybe it would be kind of an interesting experience, but it also sounds like, I mean, this game is fully made for all games, really. Except mobile, but games are really made for the horizontal experience. I guess all the UI and stuff would work fine in vertical. So maybe it would be fine. It just, like, immediately sounds like a bad idea. You know, you just have that gut reaction of, ew. Most mobile games are horizontal? I feel like most of them are, yeah. I haven't played mobile games in years, but... Yeah, a lot of them are definitely horizontal. But also a lot of them are vertical, too. You know, you got your Subway Surfer. God, Subway Surfer's been around for so long. Well, like stuff like Jetpack Joyride, those are horizontal. Angry Birds. I might be aging myself here with these comments. Yeah, the classic Subway Surfers. Can't go wrong with the Subway of the Surfers. Right then, so... This is where things get complicated. Slime, honey, slime, slime, honey, slime. In that particular order, every single time. No variation. Variation not allowed. I've been remembering to put... I have. Wow, look at that. Yeah, block right there. And then we gotta have our observer in here as well. Every time I hear those pistons activate from the sugarcane farm, like problems. Oh. Problems. How did that turn on? What? Problems. Everybody panic! Oh, I put in the trapdoor last, that's why. User error. Come on. You ain't gotta call me out like that. Oh, it wiped out. Yeah, that. Okay, well, I mean, we know both of them work. Well, I guess we'll go, dump out the items real quick. We should put a hole right here. And another redstone dust right there. And another redstone torch. There's no way that should have activated something. Oh, wait, that wiped out, this. Yeah, that's activating this, which is activating this, which is activating nothing! Thank you for the applause. I'm here making derps every day of the week. Sort of. You guys just don't see them all. Okay, well, let's go pick up some items. User error. Psh. I would never admit to such a thing. Blasphemous. I could sue for that. I wouldn't win, but I could. Oh god, the inventory. Jeez. Whose idea was this? We still have a bubble column over there, right? Oh, they didn't even make it all the way. Ah, jeez. About to have that second problem again. That same old problem. Oh no. Oh jeez. Oh no. Oh god. Oh no. Where's the grass block? Oh, come on. Wait, can I make it into that water stream? Hold up. That might be easier. There's so many flowers. No, it overshot. Hold up. There we go. Dang it. I'm good at this game, guys. Swear, promise. Don't tell anyone otherwise. Okay, let's, there we go. Yeah, we just throw them straight down. Easy. Hopefully they'll still go up the bubble elevator. We have a piece of glass blocking that at the top. I know that. But, you know, getting them up. Oh, jeez, there's so many. Yeah, we just gotta avoid that trapdoor. That might be something that I swap out for another block, actually. Because, like, we could put a fence right there. Or something that's not a trapdoor. Or maybe make it, like, a lower trapdoor. That way, if you are crawling around in here, you don't get stuck right there. Like, see, if we go on that block right there, we're gonna go upwards. That's not good for us. Okay. We're also making a grass block on this upper layer again. And I'm curious, do we go up if we get underneath this? No, we stay the same. That slab is also a problem too, so we gotta watch out for those. That's about it. Okay, here's the grass block. Let's go fix that real quick. Jeez. I mean, that's actually a good sign. That proved that both the farms do work. Oh wait, we had like 100 stacks over here, didn't we? Did we pick those up? I'm not sure where those went. Didn't we like throw a bunch on the ledge? Did we pick those up? We might have. Cannot remember. Okay. Send those down to the compost pile. I picked them up? Okay, good. Somebody's got to keep track of these things. It's falling on you, chat. Jorg, thank you very much for the biddy. Because if the sun is in space, there is light, but in space there's not. Okay, so the sun is in space, but there's light here, but in space there's not light. Well, yeah, no, so light needs to hit something in order to, like, for you to see it. Right? It's gotta, like, reflect. The only way you see things is if light reflects off of something, or if it goes directly from the sun into your retina. I almost poked myself in the eye to demonstrate that, but it's fine. I think you know how eyeballs work. I hope. Maybe. Do I know how eyeballs work? I don't know. Let's find out. So let's crack it open and find out. Okay. Was that the third layer? I hope that was third. Yeah, we gotta just put a little bit of redstone up here. More pots, good. More pots, always good. Can never have too many pots. Let's see. Get this out of here, and then... Oh yeah, we were building up the storage tower, and then everything just, like, decided to break on us. Really gotta watch out for those water dispensers. They will definitely mess you up. Sharing scary. If you're good. Put hopper instead of grass. Oh, I did! I think that's just the mouse messing up, honestly. Because, like, I'm looking at the hotbar, I, like, select the thing, and then I, like, look up to click, right? And then it's, like, sometimes it switches over. I'm still having scroll wheel issues. I can't really recommend the Razer mice, because the scroll wheel just dies, like, so quickly. This one isn't having enough issues for me to want to, like, make a fuss about it. But I kind of want to make a fuss about it. This is a warranty replacement, though, so they're not gonna, like, give me another warranty for this one. Because the last one that I had, like, died. It was so bad. And then, yeah, they're like, well, I had to really fight them to get a replacement, too. It's like 80 plus emails back and forth for, like, 2 months to get a replacement. Because it wasn't even a year old. And then they sent me this one. And immediately it has the same issues. Does anyone want to help me, like, raid the Razer HQ? I'll pay you in Pigo points. For legal reasons, this might be a joke. Listen, I don't know if I'm wrong for this, but I just want things that I buy to work. Especially if they're of alleged high quality. It's not like the mouse was cheap either, you know? It's a Razer. They're not cheap. So I expect them to kind of work for at least a couple of years. I mean, come on. Doesn't seem like it's that unreasonable, right? New battery? Oh, this is wired, so, like, yeah. Also, it's a mechanical issue. It's just, like, straight up the scroll wheel just kind of over scrolls or under scrolls sometimes. Like, with what the issue that I'm having with this one is that I won't be touching the mouse at all, and then it'll just move, like, randomly. It's like hotbar slots will just change on me, and I won't realize, because why would I? And then, yeah, it's just like, well, guess you're placing hoppers now. You gotta watch out for that. Oh, I don't have the glazed. But yeah, it's not really, like, a huge issue, so I haven't really bothered to rant about it too much. But still, kind of ominous. Kind of annoying. There we go. And this last one will just be a block. Yeah, see, every time I hear that, I'm like, uh-oh, the farm's running! The farm's running! Something's gone! A lefty gaming mouse? Yeah, good luck with that. Doesn't seem super common. Lefty mice in general. It's not really too much of a thing, are they? Okay, so we're gonna have a grass there, and a grass there, a glass there, blue there, and then a grass and a grass and a grass. And then all of those should, in theory, be able to spread directly downwards. Or, like, diagonal into the downwards. And then help you, do things. Okay, so I think that's layer 3 done. We'll just go ahead and double check this real quick. We got our water dispenser, we got our hoppers out here, got the pots, we got our redstone line, got this guy. Okay, we can swap out this right here. Actually, that as well. And then this is our clock that's powering that side. It's powering these two guys, goes around, powers this. Oh, whoops, we don't have that installed. That's why you double check things. And then that just goes over there. Okay, so now we're actually done. Moving on up in the world. Layer number 4. Let's go. You want ambidextrous mice? Ooh. I don't really know how you would do that unless you had like the really, really bad Apple mouse. You know, the one that you gotta plug in from the bottom. It's like, oh wow, great design feature, guys. Your mouse has to be upside down in order to charge it. Cool. You can't just like make it like normal, like every mouse since the like original one where it like plugs into the front, so you can like use it while it's charging. No, okay, cool. Oh, and it's $400. Oh, you know what that little creepy sound was? It was these flowers. I've heard that a couple times. It's kind of like scratchy, kind of creaky. Thought I was going crazy. It's just the flowers. But yeah, most mice are like shaped to the hand, so you would have to find one that's not ergonomic, like at all, in order for it to be ambidextrous. But little known fact, I'm ambidextrous. Mostly, anyway. Out of my way to train myself to use left hand for everything. Let's see. I would say I can't really do handwriting with my left hand, but I can't really do handwriting with my right hand either. My handwriting sucks. I had to fill out a form the other day. I was like, oh my god. I haven't written in like years. I don't think I've literally written anything in forever. It's like, well, it shows. So bad. Oh, jeez. In case I break my right hand. No, it's just like, it's just cool to be able to do everything with either hand, right? There's some practical reasons why it's good to be ambidextrous as well, but not much that's really gonna affect too much of your daily life, right? Oh my god. It wasn't good. I didn't say it was good before I lost practice. I said it was never good. You are making it sound like I'm way worse than I am when I'm already saying that I'm way worse than you think I am. Like, my handwriting has never been good. It will never be good. And that's why I work online. For a reason. Jeez. Get out of here. Making me sound like I'm saying that I have good handwriting. I've never said such words in my life. Not once have I ever said that. I'm pretty sure my handwriting topped out at skill at, like, probably the first grade. I don't think it's ever changed. Say first grade. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen, like, some people that have really nice handwriting. I'm like, dang, show off. But also, like, I don't know if it really matters that much anymore. Like, when do you actually write something nowadays, right? Unless you're, like, physically filling out a form, which, you know, occasionally happens. Or, you gotta apply for something, which is just, again, another form. Or, like, maybe you sign your signature. Your signature is probably about the most thing that you sign. But that's mostly just gonna be for, like, you know, tips and credit cards and things like that. Whenever you're paying for something, maybe. Yeah, Dr. I definitely got that doctor handwriting. You ain't wrong about that. See, if doctors can get away with it, so can I. Now, mine's, like, legible. It's just horrible. It's just ugly, you know? Only ugly thing about me now. Yeah, so if I ever do, like, a signing for something someday, you guys are gonna be like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's not the bone meal issue? No. Taught yourself how to write with your left hand during statistics class. You kept almost falling asleep. Needed to focus to write with your non-dominant hand. Oh, interesting. Statistics was that boring? That sounds statistically unlikely. Or sorry, that sounds statistically likely. Let's go ahead and... I don't think that's connected to anything over there. Is it? Let's make sure it isn't. Oh! Hold up. See, it just switched hotbar slots again. Okay, now we can connect that. And get that out of there. Put the water in there. And... where's our tower at on this side? Okay. Now, fun fact, you can actually put this torch in and it won't, like... see, it pulses the redstone line, but it doesn't last long enough to actually activate that trapdoor or activate the other dispenser. It's kind of interesting. I'm sure there's some technical reason for that, but I don't know what it is. Because I'm a dummy. Wait, did I say that part loud? You're not supposed to know that last part. Please ignore. Yeah, the crawling mechanics are great. Honestly, amazing. It's great that we can use them with just the elytra, too. Highly recommend. Fantastic in every way. We can go ahead and start stacking up this as well. Let's get that ready for the next layer. No? No? Okay, there we go. 4th time's the try. Not a doctor. You don't know that, actually. I've never confirmed nor denied if I'm a doctor. There's a very small, unlikely chance that I am in fact a doctor. Call me Dr. Redstone. Surely by now I have a doctorate in redstone, right? Is that how that works? It's a time-based thing, right? Not something that you actually earn. Dr. Derp. Oh, jeez, you found out. I was hoping to hide that away. But you guys found my certificate of derp. Doctor Who? Yes, exactly. Perfect. Glad somebody made the joke. Let's see. I'm a Whovian. Are you guys a Whovian? Maybe you're more of a what, Ian? Oh no, I fell back in here again. I keep doing that. Yeah, I think putting the trapdoor on the bottom would be helpful for that. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? You know all those flowers that we threw in the thing? We forgot to grab the bone meal from those. Yep, they all despawned. Wow, good job, guys. You didn't even remind me to grab the few stacks of bone meal that we would have had from that. I'm a Werevian, yeah. But what about the Wenvians? Let's see, we don't need that. And then rip these out. And then I think we need to rip this out as well. Yeah, pretty sure. Oh, right, we haven't been doing that, have we? I think it's just like that, though. I think that's all we do. Yeah, something like that. Okay. More grass. I'm trying to keep all these layers symmetrical with, like, the extra grass that we're adding to the edges, but I know I'm missing some here or there. Don't bring it up. It's a sore spot. Almost at it. Let's see. Okay, 2 more to the side. Weeping Angels are great. They added those to Minecraft. Such a good mob. I think they're way more creepy in Doctor Who, though. I don't know, something about them. They just got that, they got that aura of creepiness to them. The creaking is good, but there's no actual blinking in this game. So, you know, it's a little bit easier. You're just like, oh, yeah, just don't look away. Yeah, the whole, like, few episodes of Doctor Who where it's like, don't blink. It's so good. It's like peak Doctor Who right there. Oh, apparently they're going to be having another season of Doctor Who at some point. Not sure when that's releasing, but it should be sometime soon. They're working on season 2. Because, you know, they reset the series, so now they're on series 3. So it's season 2 of series 3. Right? Yeah. We're not going to have that one in place, because that's just going to die. But we will have a couple right there. Yeah, we'll have to go down the drop chutes on either side of this and fix up a few things. Not a big deal, though. Okay, so that's all done. We already did all that. Wow, look at us. We're getting efficient over here. See that creepy sound? It's from the flowers. Yeah, I watched the new season 1. It was okay. I think it was better than like the Jodie Whittaker seasons. I don't know, something about those ones was a bit off. There was just like so much going on, and it felt like they could have done better story-wise. I don't know. The characters are fine though. Like they had the whole Flux situation going on, and then like the other Weeping Angel storyline there. I was just like, didn't make any sense. And then the whole past life. I don't know. It felt like a lot of retcons. It felt like it was a good time to kind of restart with a new go at it. Doctor Who isn't. Yeah. Tesla's episode? I forget Tesla's episode. I think there was a couple of good ones. Oh, the one with like the time loop and the storage building, that one was kind of interesting. That was a classic. And then there was also the one with like the giant like super long spaceship. I think that was Jody, wasn't it? Or no, that was David Tennant when he was back for like an episode or two. Wasn't it? That one was good too. Yeah, Jody's good and a lot of other things. At least that I've seen. But yeah, it just requires like good story writing. But the Doctor Who's been struggling a little bit for a while anyway. So you can't really blame like any particular doctor themselves. I feel like the Capaldi seasons were pretty good though. Like there was a few good episodes in there, especially like the finale to his run. Oh man, that was crazy. With the like the how do you even describe it? Like the prison that he was in. That was crazy. That was a wild couple episodes. Great finale. I think that was probably the best finale to a Doctor that we've had. Minus slime chunk there? I hope not. God, don't bring that up now. I don't want to think about such a thing. Also, we're out of slime or honey. Ooh, interesting. Huh. Um. So where's our shulker box at? Oh, they're down here. Yeah, we're out of honey. It's not in there. Did you guys say that there was more honey shops at spawn? I don't know if there was. I mean, obviously there's like our little pile of beehives over there, but they're not really ready. I have a couple of tutorials on command blocks. Well, I have the one video, and then I have a video on how to use structure blocks. I might make a video on how to use jigsaw blocks as well, but I currently have no idea how to use jigsaw blocks, so I kind of need to watch a video to learn how to do it. Yeah. I definitely need to make a bee farm, though. But, like, we bought out that shop. I thought you guys said there was another one. Someone said there was, like, a shop on the road over here. Another doggo. I guess we could check this thing. I kind of doubt there's going to be any honey in here, though. Magma blocks. There's other nonsense. Really just stuff that, like, doesn't make much of a sense. And then... yeah, I thought there was, like, a roadside shop somewhere. You guys were talking about that. Bundle? Random bone? Oh, is this the the guide to the horse armor or the horse armor? That's a horse right there. To the dog armor shop. I don't know what that is, but that seems like somewhere that doesn't sell honey. Let's see. Oh no, this isn't it. That's like the gear replacement shop. I mean, I doubt there's gonna be any in here. Prismarine bricks. We never actually looked in these other ones though. Regular prismarine, sea lanterns. I think I bought out the last of those, and then dark prismarine as well. Okay. Smoking ruins of the first redstone shop? Fair enough. There's a chest down here. Nothing in it! Nothing in it! And, this goes down to nothing. Well, yeah, definitely seems like some ruins that don't sell nothing that I need. There is the doggo. Oh, this looks kind of good. Oh, wait, what's this? Hold up, this is hiding back here. Carrots and food, oh my. Hey, pie. I like pie. This is a good dog. That's a good doggo right there. I guess you have to go up inside of the dog. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do for honey then. If no one sells it besides that, I might have to talk to the person that owns the shop. See if they have more, because maybe they just haven't restocked it. I mean, I do need a honey farm, but it's not something we're going to make right this second. Because I need the honey right now. Honey's such a weird thing to get as well. I know we have like 2 bottles of it, but you only get one bottle per entire hive. It's really not that cheap. So unless we happen to have a little bit more in here, which like maybe we do. Oh! There's actually a bee in there? I didn't put a bee in there. How long has that guy been in there? This poor guy. Nah, I didn't put him in there. Also, we need campfires as well. Yeah, we need campfires. That way we can make some... whatchamacallit? Some bee nests. Some bee farmage. Hey, thanks, Sean. Appreciate it. Yeah, we just reached 100,000 on TikTok. It's crazy. We got like 1/7 the following on TikTok as we do on YouTube. It's crazy. We're getting closer to 700K on YouTube. So that's cool. I just released an episode yesterday of Truly Bedrock. Yeah, so we do a lot of the bulk progress, the grindy stuff here on streams, and then the episodes is the refined, cut down, you know, faster paced, all the progress in one go kind of video. Hold up, we need to block these guys in. Come on. Okay. This has fortune on it. Okay. Can I mine this with a silk touch pickaxe? How much more do we need? Refined? Yeah, the episodes are more refined. And the live streams? Yeah. It's like 8 to 10 streams per episode. I think we need 2, 4. Oh no, okay, we're getting close. We need 8 more. Okay. We only need 8 more. No big deal. No big deal, guys. Oh, they still get out of there? How's your door is blocked, my guy? You shouldn't be able to get out of there. That doesn't make any sense. The door is blocked. They can't get out of there normally. So why should they be able to get out of there right there? And yeah, I know you're supposed to put campfires underneath it, but like that doesn't make any sense. If you have literally anything in front of the door, even like a button, they're like, nope, can't get out. Can't go get my flowers. And they now know how long their anger lasts either. Yeah, well, there goes one of them. How long does that poison last? 15 seconds? Oh, okay, they're not angry anymore. And then, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. They shouldn't be able to pop out of there. Make it make sense, Mojang. You can't, because it doesn't. Okay, that should actually cover all of them. So... What? They're still angry! That doesn't make any sense either! Stop it! Stop it! Bad, Mojang! Bad! What, is it because it's the second layer up? It still has smoke coming out of it. Bro, come on. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Stop being angry. You should be angry at Mojang, not at me. Fuck, when is it smoked? I'm pretty sure it is. Smoke goes through 2 blocks. Or, no, it doesn't actually. IB. Calm down. Oh, this one's bleh. Well, I don't have any way to harvest it unless I do like Silk Touch. Does the Silk Touch pickaxe work on it? I don't know these things. Why does it make the water bucket noise? It shouldn't make the water bucket noise. Can I use the Silk Touch pickaxe? I don't know if that's allowed. Yes, it's allowed. Okay. You guys not telling me these things. Look at that, just the right amount of hives. Or, campfires. Okay, we're gonna have to put down more flowers. I actually need these guys to work. Oh, and then the ones in the middle aren't gonna do anything, are they? Hold up. On fire. Please hold. Can I break that with a Silk Touch pickaxe? You can, okay. Some things are tool specific, right? I guess Silk Touch don't care though. Right, well, let's make a second row of this. Of course, these things don't stack for some reason. See, this is why I don't mess with bees. I'm not the bee whisperer. Those days are behind me. I thought I had the perfect amount. Am I missing one? Oh, I am. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay. Well, is this one got the door out? I think they all have the doors out. That's the door, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, we should be fine. Well, hopefully they can all pollinate this one little flower right here. And then, yeah, I know we gotta go name a couple of them. So let's go grab some name tags. We'll grab some bone meal. Okay, what do we gotta do? Meant to be from Mochi. Alrighty. I see how it is. Got a meant to be. And then we got a lonely survivor. As well. And then there was a ban in action in there. You guys gotta tell me when you do ban in actions, because I don't see them show up in chat anymore. They used to show up in my chat, but they don't. Bees! Name them? There we go. I forgot to grab the bone meal. Whoops. Bee-loon. Bee-loon's a good one. Okay. Hopefully that's enough flowers for these guys. And then they'll just be over here doing their thing. And then we can come back over here and get more of this. Probably should have started this earlier. I thought we would have enough, though. Oh, it's 4 per layer, not 2. I thought we only needed 12. We needed... more. More than 12. We need 24. Yeah, they still just go to the one flower. Yeah. They haven't learned. They might be slow, okay? Okay, well, we have 3. That's enough for a little while anyway. By the time we need more, they should have it. Also, we have a ban in action. That's for being below Y300. So that's something. Where are we at? 65? Oh, come on now. I gotta stay up here for a minute. From Beast, come on. 1 minute of just chilling up here. This is fine. No big deal. Just chilling up here. Top of the world. You know what? Joke's on you. It's a blue screen. A little bit higher. Ban all productivity. Yeah, basically. Quality content. Hey, listen, we're giving the bees time to pollinate. Also, how come no one's named one the bee's knees yet? Still got another 13 seconds up here. Oh no! Elytra broke. There we go. Bring the bees up to Y300. Be a 50-year-old pun. Good! Okay, let's see. The worse the pun, the better, obviously. Is that actually 4 of them? It's only 3? Oh, wait, no, never mind. We have 4 more. Never mind. Okay. Okay, so where were we at? I forget what layer we were working on. We got distracted building a bee farm, which sounds very on point for everything that we do here. Let's see. So, we're also nearly at 3 hours. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep building. Let's keep on going. So these ones are gonna be extended, which I think should push the grass over there. Oh wait, no. Yeah, yeah. Hold up. Okay, I'm getting myself confused. Don't worry about it. All is well. For now. Except we're out of observers. Got another name and item? Listen, we will get back to the name and items once we wrap this up. Sometimes you need to say no to the redemptions so that you can make progress. But yeah, we'll do that in a couple minutes. But we just got back to making progress, okay? Listen. We're gonna place down a plank and a concrete instead of a crafting table. Progress is not allowed. Yeah, exactly. I know your games. I'm on to you. Okay, good. We still have pots. We have enough pots. And then we can go ahead and put our water in here. I think we might have the water from this layer still. No, okay. We're good there. Okay, and we're making good progress actually. Don't believe the haters. Progress is indeed allowed right now. It may be slow and it may be tedious, and it may sound like creepy flowers, but it is allowed. So we're out of grass. Speaking of, English is not allowed. Is that what I said? Listen, don't worry about it. There we go. Yeah, that probably shouldn't have been extended, but I think it's fine. Okay, look at that. This is the last layer. So we're making good progress here. Grass farm time. That was when we built up the entire base originally. We mined out this whole area just for the grass, and see, it's coming in handy. You thought it wouldn't. But I was like, nah, I got plans. I'm thinking 12 steps ahead. I might be 40 steps behind, but I'm thinking 12 steps ahead over here. So it evens out. Somewhat. Just don't check my math on that. I said don't check the math. Okay, we can get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Yeah, so as long as you build the farm right the first time, which we seem to have a history of not doing, you'll be fairly good for like a pretty easy build process, right? It's really not that bad. Like there's definitely worse farms to build. Okay, and then now we got to do the hoppers, all that, and then we got to go do the pistons. That's not so bad either. Enjoyed watching the golf video? Yeah, I was contemplating whether or not I should post that. It was like, well, I don't know. This is kind of a video that probably not many people are really going to be interested in. But also, yeah, you know, why not? What's the harm, right? It's kind of a fun event. We might do that again, and we had some good times on there. So, figured may as well. It's not like I really did any editing on that either. I just kind of like record a little intro thing for it and threw it on the internet. Seems to work out pretty well sometimes. I don't know how to get out of this now. How do I get back up there? Guess I just go all the way around. Yeah, it's definitely easier to build this layer by layer than, like, you know, go back and edit an existing layer. But you wouldn't normally be doing that anyway, so don't worry about it. Right, so we actually need to fill in all this. We're going to have just enough honey for this. That's going to push all these blocks back into where they should be. Because remember, there's a gap over there on the other side because those ones got extended. Big deal there. Okay, and then... All right, we didn't do that on the lower layer, did we? We did not. Can I place that there? Yeah, there we go. It's supposed to be like in the shape of an X, right? So not right there, but right there. And then that one underneath it shouldn't be there. It should be like over to the side. Because I'm pretty sure we're getting rid of this column of glass. Should be like that. And then, yeah, glass block right there. And then like this. Yeah, so that's what it should be like. Kind of an X, but we got the top middle one filled in. Server's restarting, how dare it. Any wither fights? I don't really have any reason to, no. We did a couple earlier on in the season. We do need some more beacons at some point, but not a ton of reason to go out and do that right now. We probably just use a little wither killer at spawn, right? Not too big of a deal. Okay, we're on to the last layer. We're missing a piece of redstone dust right there. Yeah, like legit wither fights. It's not really. I don't know. We've done quite a few of those, and they always seem like they're gonna be exciting, but like we don't really die to them, right? So it's not really a big deal to fight the bedrock wither. Even if you do it above ground, it's like, eh. I don't know. Same goes for like the dragon, right? I mean, you don't fight the dragon for fun. It's like, gotta go fight the dragon. More of a chore than anything, right? Because they haven't changed the dragon fight in like 20 years. Okay, we need to make sure that the grass on these layers is actually correct. Looks like it is. Yeah, those ones are extended, so yeah, that looks all right. Okay. What happened to the other flower farm? It was bad, and we didn't like it, so we destroyed it. But no, so basically what happened is we designed a better one. That produces about 3 times the amount of items. So, you know, fairly good. No big deal. Just casually 200,000 flowers an hour. Not even a problem. Okay, we gotta make sure these don't get extended. That'll mess up the things again. We wouldn't want to do that again. Because this is the final layer. By the time you're on the final layer, you should know approximately what you're doing at least a quarter of the time. Power that. We can break this out. Which all gotta get ripped out anyway. Yeah, I wasn't really happy with like how the top redstone of this original farm looked anyway. Like I thought it was super messy and kind of horrible looking, so it's totally fine that we're ripping it all out anyway. Because the new stuff doesn't look nearly as bad. Also, this is so much easier when you can just like stand up. Who would have thought? Crazy concept. Standing makes things easier? Yes, that's gonna go there, and then we got this one. That goes there, and then I need another block. Boom. Piece of redstone. Wait, that's not quite right. Hold up. Block goes right there. Repeater, redstone. There we go. Okay. And then we can rip this out. And all this. And all this. And then we just got to do the pistons on that side, and we'll be relatively good to go. Of course, we are still out of honey, but that's kind of fine for now anyway. Because we just need like the 4 blocks. It's like realistically, we can come back up and fill that in at any time. Oh, right. I did forget to put the observer in there. Okay, well, that was pretty good progress before the server restarted. Pretty much right on cue as well. So give you a little bit of a recap of what this farm is capable of, because, you know, it's been a while since the start of the stream where we actually looked at this thing. We can fire up the creative world, where we have the version 7 kind of layout. Now, with this one, you'll notice that we have the farmland right here and a little bit of a water source. That's completely optional, and that allows you to actually come into this area, replace the flower from down below without having to actually break any blocks. Because the really convenient factor of this one is, like, there's just straight up a door. So, that's something. We have an Uwu. I mean, the Uwu redemption did work. Name the bee. Knees! Also, we have a wardrobe change. We'll save that for the next stream, though, Crazy. We had another one from 3 days ago. We'll go ahead and reject that one so you can redo your points. Then we got another couple naming items. We got to do those as well. But yeah, here is the farm. So as you see, we got to go back through, redo the drop chutes. Originally, we were having items get lost on some of these like little side ledges anyway, but all those side ledges are going to be filled in now. So there's absolutely nowhere for items to get lost. And if we just take a look at how fast this thing is, the on switch is right there. Takes a second to turn on due to our little decay clock. Like, look at that. You can't even see the flowers, like, existing. They just don't exist. Now, the only real thing that there is to refine about this is those middle pistons that harvest the middle row. Half of the time, they are extended when it gets bone mealed. So there is a room for refining there, but I don't think that you can really fix that and have it be pistons. The only other idea I have for, like, actually harvesting the middle 6 would be using dispensers with, like, water buckets in them. And that is significantly more complicated. I think that's the only thing that would actually clock fast enough in order for this to work. Let's go ahead and break these out real quick. And then, yes. There's a little row there. Little row there. Honestly, that wasn't that many. I did turn it off like mid-cycle though, so we didn't really let it run. But per minute, you get an entire double chest plus 2 items. So it's really quite a lot. And then if you compare that to the version 6, I did like this one a little bit more. This one was 130-something thousand items an hour, but like with the better shifting floors, I mean, you can just like really crank up the rates to insane amounts. Just utterly absurd. I mean, this one was already 11,000 items in 5 minutes. And then this one was, I didn't even do a 5-minute test for this one. I gotta do that, and then we'll get like a better, I need to do like a longer, like ideally like 30-minute test for this. But anyway, we know that it's a lot. It's many. So 3, 4, 5, 8 times 5. Yeah, this one's 17,000 every 5 minutes, roughly. Which is less resource intensive. I mean, they're about the same. This one needs... This one doesn't have, like, the... I'm out of... What? What? What are you talking about? I guess we're just not allowed to play the room. I have 70 gigs free on my card. Actually, I do need to delete some footage. Anyway, well, I guess we're just not going to look at that anymore. That's our cue to get back on the server. Technically, the version 6 doesn't require the slime and honey, but that's a pretty small sacrifice to make for, you know, more than double the rates. Or three times. 3 times. You know what? We're actually out of the glazed terracotta. I think I made so much of it. Yeah. Small sacrifice for salvation. Absolutely right. I don't even know where I got these extra flowers from. Don't want them. We're gonna try and harvest the honey real quick because we kind of need that. Man, a cubic meter of honey has gotta smell crazy. Like, regular honey smells pretty good, right? But just, like, that much, it's gotta be, like, crazy overwhelming, right? Did we fill in the other side yet? I don't think we did. No, we need another 2. Yeah, we need another 2. Right then. Let's just get this filled in. How do I get my items to align in the water streams for storage? Well, it's a little bit directional, so you can use either a chest or you can use an amethyst bud, like the little crystal thing. I think you got to use the big one. Well, there might be a couple that work, but I use the big one. Yeah, it's directional. It's kind of silly, but it's not too difficult. That's another problem that we had when building this base, is just getting those items to align. So if you go through the Truly Bedrock episodes and you watch those, there's actually quite a lot of technical insight that may be of use to you. Okay, we can skip this. Don't need those. Boom, boom. Boom, and boom. Yeah, because there's a lot of little, like, tips and tricks that you might find helpful when you're trying to, like, build and design your own stuff, you know? Which is kind of the point, you know? If we're doing a technical base, I may as well go through a bunch of the problems with you and show you sort of what my solutions are. They might not be a perfect solution, but it is a solution nonetheless to problems that you may find yourself facing. Okay. Perfect. And now we just got to get the honey in there. Yeah, that one just needs a redstone torch on it. And then we got to go fix the drop chute. May as well do it now. Just do it now! And then while we're down here, we can go ahead and fix all the little, like, things like this. All these little inconsistencies that we have. Oh, there wasn't a block there. Well, guess we're not going up there. So technically we can have one here. And then that one's wrong. Do I have scaffolding? 12. That's not enough. Get rid of this. Yes, we're going to have a block there. We got to make sure there's glass in all these little gaps as well. Which direction? I should have mentioned in that video. But you'll just have to, I mean, you can just test it out and see if, like, if a chest works and the items continue in your water stream and go into your hoppers, then you're fine, right? And if it doesn't work and your items are really, really slow, then you'll know that you need to use the amethyst shard. Okay. That'll work for there. Seems like we need a grass block right there. Is that the same for the other side? No, that side's good. Okay. Well, guess we're falling down. I like to fall off things. It's a good pastime of mine. Is this Bedrock Edition? Indeed it is. Oh yeah, I should probably put buttons on those honeybees as well. Those beehives. Yeah, we had them like that at spawn, but forgot to do that. Yes, we're gonna get rid of this one as well. Glass only needs to be 5 wide now. Not the glass, this wall right here. That only needs to be 5 wide. And then more of this should spread down now. Okay, perfect. So that's that side completely boxed in. Oh, you know what we did forget to do? We forgot to put torches on a lot of these layers. Let's go honey. Let's go harvest our honey. Let's go honey our harvest. And see if we can get more of this real quick. Because that's really what we're waiting on to fully wrap this up. Any more in there? I think that's it. But yeah, look at this. Buttons. And then no more smoke. And that makes it so much easier to see as well. Yeah, you can build a creeper farm anywhere you want. Like I said in the video, there's ideal biomes to build it in, and then there's like biomes that nothing spawns in, and then everything else is just like, meh. You can do it if you want. Yeah, Frozen Ocean is obviously ideal, but that's not where you have to build it. That's just like, if you build it somewhere else, you're going to get less rates, but you can build it. Okay, that side looks perfectly fine. We don't actually have a way in there anymore, so I guess we'll just, like, break our way down in there. And then, like, pillar up the middle. Oh, yeah, we don't even have, like, item collection in here anymore either. Yeah, I just want torches above the middle buttons. You know what? For these top ones, those are going to be pretty visible, aren't they? We'll probably want to swap out those buttons for something else later. When we come back to this farm to do like a decoration pass, it's going to be probably a new type of button. Maybe like blackstone or maybe warped wood or something that you can't really see. Let's see. So, I think this one's just going to be full glass wall, isn't it? Yeah, so the front side is like alternating grass. No, both of them are alternating grass and glass. Grass and glass! Okay, I see it. Yeah, so it would just be like grass block there. Boom. Yeah, okay. Guess what? We're out of that stuff. The green one. Blackstone and warp one aren't new anymore. No, they're not new, but they look better than like stone buttons, right? Because on the iron farms, we're using blackstone because it kind of blends in. I mean, there's not really like a magenta button or a lime button, so we kind of had to pick our poison there. Oh, there was lack of floor to stand on. Yeah, you might think it's kind of a waste of glass to have it like down here in areas where we're not going to see it, but it stops items from falling right there and also keeps our grass from dying. Technically, we could probably use leaves on these lower layers, but whatever. Small price to pay. Yeah, not the prettiest thing, but that's why we're going to come back through later and redecorate this. Or, in general, decorate it. Yeah, it's definitely not got a lot going for it right now, does it? Also, yeah, these pistons right here are already extended, so we can have a glass block right there, and it'll be fine. Okay, that seems pretty good to me. Both sides should be done now. And then how are we doing on honey? These guys gotta work faster. Do I need to get the spray bottle out? That'd be so mean. Poor little bees, man. They never catch a break, do they? Okay. You're a good little bee. Now get in there and make some honey. 3-hour stream. I did say we were gonna be doing longer streams. We gotta get some stuff wrapped up around here. Oh, that was weird. Okay, it was like 2 llamas inside of each other. Like the face was like backwards. Yeah, I said that at the start of the stream. Were you not here for that? SMH. Not here for the entirety of a 3.5-hour long stream. What am I gonna do about you? Okay, that should be all we need for those guys. So now, this one's gotta go right here. Quack. What is the purpose of the rubber duck? You have 5 seconds to answer. Incorrect. Memory caps out 2 hours. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Okay, well, I think this is all perfectly fine. I would love to make a world backup before I run this thing, but alas. Oh, this doesn't even have a water bucket in it. Blah. Bruh. Did I really mess that part up? Hold up. I guess we need to maybe... These even have, like... They should all have some bone meal on them. Yeah. They should all have some bone meal on them. Trying to not do that. Yeah, so these are gonna be our input for the ziggity zaggity hoppers. Or is it zaggity ziggity? I don't... One of those two. And that's how we're gonna get actual bone meal into the system. Now, technically, we need these on both sides. You can't crouch while on scaffolding, so you can't, like, place that. Cool. You think they would fix that? I was holding crouch and jumping, so, like, you shouldn't go anywhere. That's how it works in creative, anyway. Okay. So now... Oh, yeah, we need to hook up this redstone. That seems important. Oh! Oh, in the world, I moved the brain over by a block. Huh. That's not convenient. That's not convenient at all. New iron farm. Iron farms haven't changed on Bedrock forever, my guy. So any iron farm that you want to go build, just you're fine. As long as like the last 3-4 years. Yeah, so we moved this over by 1 block in the build world to help line it up with the towers, torch towers. That's fine. That's fine. No big deal. Out of glass? Nope, never mind. Not out of glass. Okay, and you know, we can just drop it right here, actually. Brilliant. And then we can even get rid of this water. Like, move it and block in. I don't know where my water bucket went, but it's gone. Probably a lion. So, so with all my videos, if it doesn't say that it's broken in the pinned comment, or, you know, something like that, or if it doesn't say broken in the title, then it still works. There's also the working tutorials playlist. If those 3 things haven't changed, then you're all good. Okay, these aren't actually hooked up to any towers, so we can go ahead and rebuild this real quick. How do? Oh, it's just a regular piston? Oh, okay. Don't you just love a full inventory? It's so convenient. Let's see. Oh, geez, this place is really not that easy to walk around, is it? Maybe we should just break out this since the water streams aren't in. Too many empty beds stops an iron farm? That is not true. Yeah. It doesn't matter if the villagers sleep in them or not. You just need 10 villagers, 20 beds, and your villagers have to work. And then you'll get golems. They gotta have a job site, and they gotta have worked within the last Minecraft day. So like 20 minutes. And as long as you got those 3 things down, then that's pretty much all there is to it. Also, all your villagers need to be within range of the bed. And that's it. They don't need to sleep. They don't need sunshine. They don't need breaks. They don't need food. They don't need happiness or joy of any sort. They just need a little 1x1 hole and a little workstation and a bed, and they're good. They're really quite simple. That's a lie. They are horrible, but they deserve it. Let's see. I'm trying to just clean up the inventory a little bit. They're not our junk boxes. Yeah, I really wouldn't really call it suffering. They seem perfectly fine with the arrangement. They're still spawning golems, so I mean, hey, you know. Okay. Hop on down. We got some inventory room to deal with. Yeah, so stack of items, that's perfectly reasonable. That's not where the hopper clock needs to be, though. So we'll just rebuild that a 3rd time. It's all good, perfectly reasonable. And then we're gonna have a piece of redstone right there. This has got to move back. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how, like, the system for this has turned out. Like, especially the brain of it. I think the brain is really compact. I think it works pretty great, all things considered. This has to be a solid block. So this is what actually pulses the build once you turn it off. And if you don't have this, then your floors don't flush. Meaning that you can leave behind a bunch of items. Right, so if I put something right here, that's going to activate all of our dispensers. It's not really good. We don't want to do that right now. Right, our little double safety to keep this thing definitely turned off. So these 2 blocks are getting powered. That actually locks your hopper clock, as you can see there. When your hopper clock, you know, activates, that's going to pulse your pulse extender. This controls how long your water stays out. Doesn't really seem like it's that long, does it? Am I missing something here? No, this is all correct. And then this is actually going to be going into another pulse extender. This is new. I had to put another pulse extender on it. That way it doesn't waste bone meal. So when the farm stops flushing, you need like a second or 2 for the water to go away before you start bone mealing again. Because without like this pulse extender here, we were wasting about 4 bone meal every time the farm would turn back on after a flush. Do I know Echo or Soldier or Waddles? Yes to both. So we played with Echo a couple of times. He was actually like a little bit of a guest on the Truly Bedrock in season 1. And then Waddles, I've never actually talked to Waddles myself, personally. But, or like in voice chat. But we've like texted back and forth on like Twitter and stuff. Pretty cool guys. And then for the time being, can I just get like a lever right here? I really don't want to activate this thing. I'm scared. Okay. Yeah, so it should just be like this. Now, this is fairly well tuned. I think you can make this just like the ever so slightest bit shorter. And that would make it better. And it would like start bone mealing a little bit quicker. Because right now it stops bone mealing, or sorry, it starts bone mealing like a second or so after the water's away. So there's just the tiniest little bit of room for refinement here, but I think this is pretty well. I got this pretty well tuned. So like this repeater is on this block specifically so that this redstone power runs out first, because that would be on slightly longer than this one would. And then it's also right here so that this comparator is like, you know, that way. It's like the signal strength right here is going to be 15, but this one's going to be 14, right? So like a little bit of a trick there. Technically, you could rearrange this comparator clock or pulse extender so this one is facing that way and to a solid block right here. And then you wouldn't need a target block, but, you know, whatever. I'm getting you like 400 extra items per hour on top of your 200,000, okay? It's important. Let's go ahead and... Oh, man. Let's go ahead and put a lever on that. And then... nothing will pulse when I put this in. There we go. So technically, we should be fine to pulse the water. We should actually go ahead and do that real quick. Make sure there's no, like, water buckets that are missing. So if I remove that, and if I put it, like, right here. We should see all that go out. Yeah, so water there. Water on those 3. Okay, see, we're missing some water right here. Because we're missing some grass. Okay, see, that's a good thing to know. See, this is why you do a little bit of a dry run. We didn't double check that there was grass there. I don't know how much that just ruined. Torch goes there. Redstone there. Redstone there and there. And then, depending on where that landed, I don't think it would do much more damage than that. Drive water flowing everywhere? Yeah. Shoosh. Dry tests may or may not be physically dry. Okay, then for these ones, just gotta test this out real quick. So bottom layer is too far up from the lever, so we wouldn't know on that one. And then that's not even a layer. This one is good. Should this one be a grass block? Yeah, that one should be a glass block. And then I think we got that one's not flooded. Because that got ripped out. Scaffold up with these. Yeah, so this one hasn't been tested yet. But we can test that fairly easily. If I had a lever, that's where I would put a lever if I had one. Okay, both the buckets are out on that one. Looks like we're missing a water bucket on this one, maybe. No, it just got desynced. Okay, that's fine. I don't know how to fix that, but we'll fix it. Let's just go ahead and put a lever right here. Either way it's broken, that'll help us fix it. So now that one's out, but it shouldn't be. So was it not broken before, or was it broken before? I don't know. That should have toggled it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so these torches are all connected, and then... Hold up. We're missing a layer here. Yeah, see, this right here is wrong. Boom. There was 2 glass instead of that. Yeah, this one too. Okay. No big deal. So this one did not get flooded. Even though it probably should have. Yeah, so that one's missing a redstone. Oh, I see what's happening. Yeah, so I'm flicking the lever, which is double activating the right one. Okay, that's fine. So you gotta leave it powered for a minute. Not real quick. And then... Right, this is supposed to be a pulse. Never mind. I had it backwards. It's supposed to be a pulse, not a hard power. See, this one had the same problem. There we go. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I'm trying to click this really quickly, but it just, like, doesn't let me. There it goes. I figured it out. Wait, why is there water on that back one? Oh, it's coming down from a top layer. Okay. Well, this is why we do the dry ones. Schrodinger's broken. Maybe a little bit. Maybe sometimes. Okay, so I'm guessing I'm missing a button over there or something? No, it's coming down from the topper layer. From the even higher layer. Come on, stop it. You can figure it out. One of these days. Nope. Oh, did I not put a leaf on that one? That might do it. Seriously, this really should fix one of these. There we go. No, this one has a leaf on it. We're missing a button here. I don't know how that was like flowing down. Oh, here it is. Missing a block right there, so yeah, it would have flown out. Okay, so now we need to give it some time for the grass to regrow. Sheep. Oh, it's dead. Please ignore. It's accidental, I swear. Okay. Let's go back over to that side. Also, welcome into the chat, guys. Yeah, we should be fine. Now we're going to check the redstone on the other side. So how we're going to do that is we're going to go layer by layer and remove one piece of redstone dust. And see what happens. It's a foolproof plan, I assure you. If only I could use scaffolding correctly. That one appears to be working. And then we remove this one. Brilliant. Appears to be working. This is what we just stand up here to see. You know what? The repeater is misaligned on this one. There we go. That'll do it. Yep, lots and lots of flowers. Okay, good. And now we go up to this layer. Okay, so we're looking pretty good, honestly. Yep. Seems good to me. And now for the top one. And for my final trick, I shall show you that this layer does indeed work as well. Brilliant. Yeah, it's so fast that you can't even really see like the flowers existing. They just kind of like pop off as items immediately after growing, which is really cool actually. Oh, I didn't mean to fly into that. Okay then. Looking pretty solid, my guys. Yeah, time to turn this whole thing on and break the server. I mean, essentially. That's how we do things. Now we don't have... I think we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and throw our items into here. I guess we'll keep the leaves for later. We didn't actually end up using those. We don't have a system for distributing bone meal right now. I have to move this in by a block anyway. Yeah, so the bone meal distribution system is gonna have to be next stream. That's gonna take us a minute. It's gonna take us a serious minute to figure that out. We might even have to get like a download of the world and go mess around in creative to see what we want to do. So we're gonna have blocks right here. This is where the actual drop shoot's gonna be. So let's mine out all these blocks. We'll have like, you know, deep slate on either side of this, so we know not to break it. And also, so it looks a little bit nicer when you see it. Okay. That should about do it. Yeah, so these items will drop down right here. I thought I had a water bucket somewhere. I always carry one on me. It must have gotten thrown. Okay, so all those will go around, and then technically we can have these items like not go all the way down, because we just need an elevator to get them up to the top of the farm, so they don't need to drop all the way down here, right? We could have them just like go over, have like a sneaky little water stream right here, and then have a bubble elevator somewhere in this corner. That's actually the next thing that we need to figure out is where are the bubble elevators going to be going? How are we actually going to manage all these extra bubbles that we need? Has this got room in it? It does. Thank you, cheese. So much inventory. So little inventory room. Plenty of time left. It's a 6-hour stream. We're at 3.5 hours right now. We're going. Who let me cook? I didn't do a stream last night, so, you know, we're making up for it. That's how that works, right? If so, then I'm really in debt on stream time. Yeah, so let's tear out the scaffolding. We've confirmed that this whole thing should work in theory. And throw away my fireworks, that's good. Why'd they go the offhand? Nobody wants you on the offhand, thank you. Oh, right, you know what? We didn't install the lower water streams, actually. Yeah, we gotta get back down here and do that real quick. So that's pretty easy, actually. Somehow I didn't throw away any of the items that I need for that. Mysterious. It's almost like I planned it, but I really didn't. Completely forgot we needed to do that until I walked into it. Stop going into the offhand. So this one's done. We just need to get 2 water sources down here. So these items are still gonna like loop around right here. Originally we had this bubble column set up. Yeah, I think we're still gonna do that as well, actually. I forgot about that part. So we still want to get some item filters like down in these areas. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we already marked those out. So we're gonna get some item filters down in here. And that is going to let us siphon off a couple items out of this system. And then we'll send those to the actual storage system to be stored and like used for dyes and stuff. That storage system is going to get filled up very quickly. So we're going to have an overflow for those flowers. And then at some point we might come through here and run just like a single one of these layers to get every flower in the game, you know? But we have methodology for acquiring all the other dyes. Yeah, let's get this out of here. We're gonna move that up. Glad we have a bone meal or a gunpowder farm because I'm using so many rockets. The sugarcane farm is getting put to use as well. Oh wow. Oh dang. It's actually wow. We need more storage on that. That's not the first time we've maxed it out. It's almost like we should send all of our items that we're getting into the main storage system at the proper base. This has probably been losing items for a while. Chewbacca, welcome in. We are about to make the server cry with how many items we're going to be producing. Skip a stream once and they triple in length. Triple? No. Double? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. It's the weekend. Why not? It's not like I have a job or anything. Although I do need to record some videos. That's a serious big facts right there. Also, Mochi, why are you still awake? Water. Water. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay. Oh, this has the... Come on. What are you doing now? I thought we fixed that for all the floors. Did I not fix that? Do I have a button? I have a button. Okay. I need to grab some stone as well when we go back up there next. So it's the first layer, but second dispenser. So we're just gonna put a button right there. Yeah, that's another thing about this farm is if you desync the water dispensers, or somehow if they break, then all your grass is gonna die. You gotta watch out for that. Let's go up this though. Yeah, at least you can see the water from the very edges. And also we have this layer right here at eye level, so like we're kind of good, right? And then there's not really a way to look down in there, is there? Yeah, not really. I guess that's kind of good for decoration whenever we decide to do that. I don't know where you're coming from, sheep, but you're going down. Sheeps were harmed in the construction of this build. And I'm proud of it. Okay, and then our actual on switch is still right there. So that's actually over by a block. I guess we can move that in. It doesn't really matter though. More wool in the system. Yeah. Yeah, that's why we got this block right here. We're still not ready for actual items to come through. Hey, bone meal. 2 and some stacks. That's not so bad. We'll take it. I didn't let it despawn that time. So, let's get rid of this as well. I don't know what that's doing there. Okay, So now what? That's an important question. We've mostly cleaned up down here. I feel like this is all looking fairly good. As good as it can, anyway. As, like, user-friendly to walk around as it can be, too. So all these items are going to go up. Eventually, we're going to have our item filters in. We'll save that for a future stream. And then we need to do an actual test of the system. That's important. I don't know how much bone meal is really in there, but one of the next major things that we need to figure out is where bubble columns are going to be going. So we need a 2x plus shape for the bubbles. I think right here would actually work. Okay, so we're going to do a bubble right there. Let's mark that out with just like a random block. So we can have a bubble there. Can we have another one? We can have another bubble right there. So I think they're actually about in the same place that they were. But they would be out by another block. Because we pushed these pistons out by a block. So I think previously it was like... Oh no, this is lined up right here. I don't know. We might not have needed to remove this bubble column, but... I mean, no big deal, right? It's a bubble column. It's not like a big problem. And then for this one... Yeah, we can't have it right here. We could push it to, like, this block, but then it'd be kind of outside the build. Yeah, kind of breaking the bounds. Oh, wait. No, this is the bone meal delivery bubble. Yeah, so our bone meal is going to come in on this stream. Yeah, it's going to come in on this stream. I was thinking we could flip it, but it makes more sense to have it on this one. It's going to have to go down and underneath this one so that we can get it to right here. Then I don't want to have a bubble column right here because that's going to be weird. Yeah, I think the bubble previously was on this block. So we're moving it in. Okay, so this is going to be the bubble column where bone meal goes up, and then it's going to zigzag down all of our hopper lines, which should be... Yeah, they're properly lined up. There should be enough room right here for all of that to happen. Yeah, that should all be fine. We're going to need to figure out some sort of distribution system, though. I think that's definitely going to be one of the major projects for next stream. Is figuring out how to distribute all the bone meal correctly. And let's go ahead and actually toss some bone meal into all this system, and then run the farm for a minute. There's a lead in that chest. The trader must have died in there. Leave this farm and never speak of it again. We're getting to that point. Once it's done, it's like... It's not going to be anything to work on, right? Did those items go up? Yeah, okay, there they go. That took a little while. I feel like that might have been a bit slow. We haven't changed anything over there, though, so nothing's broken. Okay. I feel like all these have some bone meal on them. Let's get... How many stacks do we have? 5 stacks. Well, let's give half a stack to the top one, and then a stack to all the others. How about that? Or half a stack to both of these. Now remember, these farms use over 9,000 bone meal an hour, so not only do we need to have bone meal distribution on one side, we need to have bone meal distribution on both sides. Both! Which means that our bubble column would be like right here. Is that a problem? Yes, we'll have to rearrange this ever so slightly. Yes, we'll have to move that over by block. And then... we don't need another bubble column on the other side. How do I get out of here? Rockets! That's how we get out. Whenever I'm stuck somewhere, it's just like, just fly out. That's the only easy solution in this area. Start carrying around some scaffolding, maybe. That'd make my life easier. Okay, so this is the one where the bubble column is going to be. So we can't have a torch right here. But, that's okay. Because we can just, like, move this around a tiny bit. Yeah, something like that. So now... Now what? Hmm. Yeah, you gotta have solid blocks right here, so you can't have, like, a repeater. I mean, maybe we could have a repeater. Repeaters are waterloggable. You know what? We're actually supposed to have 3 repeaters right here as well. So there was 1, then there was 2, then there was 3. Yeah, okay, so we got 3 in there. Glad you like the cactus farm. It's kind of a kind of a silly farm, isn't it? But it works. Can't go wrong with it, right? Okay. I was talking about that the other stream. That's like the first cactus farm I've made in so many years. Yeah, well, yeah, so hopefully we'll have to align those items so that they're on this edge right here. Because if they're on this edge, then I think they would all get sucked into that little area down there. Yeah, so we'll just align them up on this edge, and then we'll be good. That might be a little bit of a pain, but I think we can manage it. We might have to like loop it around. Also, we're on the very edge of the chunk, so like this is chunk border edge right here, so we have to figure that out. But yeah, as far as like big complicated farms go on the base, this really should be the last major one. Because everything else is fairly straightforward, right? I mean, I can't foresee the melon and pumpkin farm giving us too much issue. Because we're gonna have probably a triple melon and pumpkin farm, I think on this spot. And then we'll send most of those materials straight to the compost tower, just to give us some more bone meal. And then the bee farm, we do need to work on the bee farm. That's one thing that we actually legitimately need to design. But I have the most of that done already and creative. Now the kelp farm, I'm not sure what we're doing for the kelp farm. I think it's going to be very similar to our sugarcane and bamboos though. And then other than that, like that's the outer ring. That is the outer ring of the base done. This one was a surprise entry, but that's fine. So now, once we have the outer ring done, I have some cool ideas for what we're going to do on the inner ring of farms. Because, again, we need to fill in this area right here, this kind of like crescent shape, and then the same thing on the other side. And there's some pretty cool, like, fully automatic AFK playerless tree farms that we could throw in. And, like, this area, we could fit, like, 3 of them within one chunk. They do use a lot of bone meal, though. So I think we'll need a bone meal farm. And that'll be fine. So those will be going somewhere over here. Somewhere. And then we'll be able to start putting in tracers once we have the inner... They're not really inner rings. The inner crescents. And once the inner crescents are done... Then we can start hooking all the farms into storage. We'll be able to build up all these tracers, because right now we just have like temporary storage from all these guys. You know, we got like a little chest right there, a little chest right there, little chests on those areas, a little chest over there. So I've been waiting to install the tracers for last, even though that's like kind of the main point of the base is the tracers. But once we have those installed, it'll be looking pretty good. We can start actually mapping out like where we want the tracers to go and how we want them to look. I think we're gonna have to do it symmetrically, so like it might take a full while to do, because like you would have to mark it out kind of like this, and then everything that we do on this side you would want to have be identical on the other. But yeah, like obviously that's horrible. But yeah, they're gonna like zigzag and spread out across the entire base. Shulker farm. Oh yeah, the shulker farms. Those are pretty easy as well. I did forget about those though. Yeah, so those are kind of like an inner ring kind of farm. Not sure how we'll do those with the tracers. We might just make those items go straight into like one of these streams. I think if we drop them down right here, they would get collected. So that might be what we do. I shoot them out right there or right there. Is that a... Oh, it's a llama down there. That's... Oh, yeah. That's where our lead's supposed to come from. Yeah, so we'll do that on the same side. If we get to that. And then, of course, there was supposed to be the big creeper farm in the middle. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Because it's going to be kind of big and ugly. And then... How does Java manage not having to place blocks forward? Yeah, like this. I know, it's so convenient. One of the best things about Bedrock. Okay. So many cows. We should put a roof over this. Yeah, happy birthday, Mochi. Is it even tomorrow for you? I don't know. Time zones. Also, you should really be in bed. It's getting late. Jeez. Getting late for me, even. Okay. I think that's all we have to discuss. We're going to go ahead and do a full run of this thing real quick, though. Okay, so that took, 3-4 hours. No big deal. But allegedly, this entire thing should be fully upgraded to be 3 times the speed. So we could have built 18 layers of this, or we could have just gone ahead and, upgraded it, which is what we did. So allegedly, if we go ahead and activate our little thing down here, that should actually flood all the layers at some point. Maybe. Did I hit the target block? I don't think I hit it. Did I miss? Nobody saw that. So if we activate that right there. Oh, it's still got the lever. I'm stupid. Okay. Yeah, it's still got the lever. Okay. I knew that. I knew that, everybody. I knew that. Okay, that's actually a good sign. Actually a very good sign. I didn't see any items fall out of this side, though. Did you? Did you guys see that? I haven't seen... Oh! What? Well, that's new. Where did that even come from? Huh. That's one thing about having a carpeted base. Please ignore that stone. I swear there's proper blocks underneath all that. So that must have flooded out... one of these. Did it flood any more items? Like, is there any redstone missing anywhere? 2 missing glass blocks? Where? The buttons should stop all that. Because, yeah, we broke in here at one point, but we filled that back in. Okay, well, I guess it would be that one. It would have, yeah, it'd have to be that one. Not this one. Yeah, it's really difficult to see where you're missing glass sometimes with this pack. I'm not quite used to it. Okay, I think... Yeah, that must have been it. Okay. Wow, carpeted stop spawns when you have a mob switch. It's carpeted because it looks good. It looks better than full blocks. And also is the cheapest, easiest way to fill that in. And the quickest, too. Without making it look like that one game, Simon Says or whatever. So... yeah, now we get to actually test it. So now we can actually go ahead and fully test out this system. It should just produce, like, just an unreasonable amount of flowers. It was already bad before at 400k, but now it's like 1.2 million or something. We should see that turn on momentarily. And there should be a little bit of bone meal in there. Oh man, the frames! Okay, it's fine. Is there anyone else online? No, okay, good. I got the server all to myself, which is exactly what we need. Let's go, no, okay, it's gonna go ahead and flood. Let's go ahead and turn it off right now as well. And then we should see all these items come up through here. So, give it a second. Give it a second. Get there. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I don't even need to jump down there to show you guys how many items that is. Because you know that it's a lot. But we'll do it anyway. So let's go ahead and, just throw all these things out. It's going to keep going for a minute. It's going to keep on going. Yeah. Yeah. So it's a lot of items, guys. I hope you understand that. They didn't go into the water? I got to pick them up again. Hold up. Hold up. Is that going to do it? It didn't even... jeez. Well, you get to see it twice just how many items it is. Brilliant. Okay, so that should make a fair amount of bone meal. That might drop a sapling. So yeah, all those items go up. They're going to get composted around. I think our 3 layers of compost tower should be enough to handle the 1.2 million. Allegedly, we'll find out. If we need more composters, that's going to be insane. But we can add another layer down below. But yeah, as you can see, we're getting a bunch of bone meal out of this. And currently, we don't have a way to distribute that into the system. We need to figure out quite the powerful system for distributing items evenly. Not just across the top 3 floors and the bottom 3 floors like how we had before. But now we need to split it in 4 ways because we also need item distribution on this side. This farm uses over 9,000 bone meal an hour per layer. So you need 2 item inputs for that. And that is quite a lot. Quite a lot, indeed. Why exactly did I do this? Bone meal. I wanted a lot of flowers. Listen, sometimes you don't need a reason to do things. Sometimes you're like, this is insane, and this is crazy, and let's do it, because reasons, right? You can't go wrong with over 1 million flowers an hour. No, because I can. Yeah, that is also a perfectly valid reason, too. Reasonable. Okay then. So that was quite a bit of lag. I think that's fine though. I think that might have been just because we were looking at it. Like if you're looking away, you might not have as much lag because you're not actually rendering all those items and stuff. So it probably isn't like that bad. It's, it's 6 shifting floors. I can't imagine that's too horrible on the server. All the items though, that could be a problem, but that's why we're composting them. It's a fairly short trek. Maybe we shouldn't make them fly out of the water, but yeah, whatever. If I get banned, I get banned. What are they gonna do? Ban me more? Okay, well, I think that's gonna do it for today's live stream, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. We're going to be back on a Tuesday for more streams. We might start a little bit early, but we stream every every Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern, late UK, and early Australian time. Let's go find someone to raid, shall we? Let's see, who do I know that's streaming? Maybe no one? It's kind of late. We're gonna go raid the Marine Mammal Rescue Center because there's cute little otters and dudes. But yeah, we'll see you guys over there and in the next one. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Make sure to follow. My name is Silent Whisper on all platforms everywhere. YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and Discord and Twitter and Blue Sky and Threads and Patreon. And that guy's doing front flips. I didn't know otters could do like little front flips in the water. Anyway, have a good night. Bye.